Oh, it sucks when I mute myself. Son of a bitch. What's going down, everybody? Hope everybody's doing all right. Having a good time. I know I said no more chili. Okay, but I promise there's a reason why I'm covering chili today. Okay, there's a reason, and it's because I want to. No, it's because of the stupid shit that's come out of his mouth. It's tough, right? I gave myself an out, so unless he said something egregious, then I wouldn't cover him anymore. But he said some egregious shit. Okay, and I know all of you've already heard all the egregious shit that he said recently, and you probably heard the stuff that I'm going to talk about tonight. But it is what it is. I'm going to talk about it because this guy Chili just can't stop. You know, he says don't stop. He's not talking about we don't stop fighting the good fight. We don't stop. You know, whatever. This we don't stop sounding like an idiot. That's what Chili's meaning to say. We don't stop sounding like an idiot. Okay. That's not stupid shit. It was Nutella. Yeah. So I want to talk about that for a second. Okay. Really quick, let me say hi to some folks. There's a lot of people here. There's 120 people here, which is amazing. So it's awesome. I love it. Love this. According to Aza, says it might be here, might not. I hope so. If you can make it cool. If not, you know, whatever this means. You know, thumbs up, that kind of thing. Atheist Hammer, good to see you. Syrian, good to see you. Glenn Harlow says global warming at its best. Splaticus Max says I was watching the Brooks trial. He must be a Chili student. He has all the signs of being just that stupid. I have an opinion on Brooks and the whole trial thing, and part of it is because he says what he says. I have a guest who has just joined us. Give me a second, I'll bring him in. Don't go anywhere, sir. I'll bring you in just a second. PhD Tony, good to see you. Lord KJ Williams, good to see you. So many folks. JL Warren's here. PhD Tony, saw you already. Anna said I'm all about. Good to see you. Raven Darkstar, awesome to see you. Let's see here. Got some more folks, I'm sure. Lots of folks. There's too many folks, really. I got a couple of starred comments. Prissy Text Tomboy said, I captured part of his live today where he was actively driving with no hands on the wheel and where he ran over a curb. If you send that to me at the plothole1 at the plothole1 at gmail.com, I won't be mad at you. I promise. I won't be mad if you send it to me. Lord KJ Williams says, PhD Tony, communication only works if you let the other person speak and you actually listen to them. That's the problem I noticed about Chili. He has poor social skills. Saying Chili has poor social skills is like saying snakes bite you when you step on it. I don't know. It's something that doesn't really encompass how Chili's issue. So we'll leave that there. Stacy Hansen says, hello, Johnny O. Hello, Stacy. Good to see you. Scores in the house says, good morning at the plot hole. Good morning, Score. Only your second plot hole live. Good. You picked a good one. Because again, I've got a guess. We're going to go over a couple of things. And then Raven Darkstar also says, hello, Johnny O. Hey, Raven Darkstar, good to see you. All right, hello to everybody in the old side chats. If you have something you want me to say or you want to say something to me specifically, try and at me. I'll see what I can get. But really quick, before I lose him, let me bring on the esteemed Stout, no Esquire, frontman himself. Everybody say hello to Marc Stout.
Hey, what's up? Can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, brother.
Okay, all right. Because I've got like an external mic, and I don't know how well you can hear me. Does it sound like I'm speaking through a regular cell phone, or does it sound like I'm speaking through an external mic?
It sounds good. You got a good audio.
Oh, okay. All right. So it probably okay because okay. All right. Then it did fit. All right. What's
Sweet.
up, man?
Same old shit, different day. There's a couple of reasons why I wanted to bring you on here. And I know I don't have you for the entirety of the show, which is fine because you're a very busy person and it's an hour later there than it is here. Two things. Number one, I know that your is it a feud? Would you call what you have with Long Island Audits a feud, or more so you just pecker smacking him every time he fucks up, which is a lot?
It's trolling, but for purposes of describing it to other individuals or other entities, I prefer to use that term.
Gotcha.
A feud. An ongoing feud. Yeah, it's just because it sums it up. It doesn't make anything sound too good, and it doesn't make anything sound too bad. It kind of sums it up. It kind of describes it as it is. Now, I know what the slang term for it is trolling.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I being an English major, I actually know the origin of that word of trolling. The
Oh,
origin of
really?
trolling comes from, like the old stories where we're talking about, going to the bridge and needing to answer riddles to cross the bridge. That's where the origin of trolling comes from. So yeah, whatever. We could be trolls, whatever. I'm goofy and ugly looking just like a troll. So there we go.
And it's fun. It's fun. And listen, I wouldn't do anything that made me angry or made me upset. All right. Because, I've already lived my life like that. And, I want peace of mind. So I do it because it makes me happy.
Fair enough. And, it's fun to bust that guy's balls a little bit.
Yeah. And not just his, all of them. They make it too easy.
They really do. We're going to get into one that's really easy here in just a minute. Sketch Crasher for $2 says, hello, Johnny O and Mark. Hello, Sketch Crasher. Good to see you.
Hey, what's up, Sketch?
All right. So most recently, Long Island Audits has been touting that he's had some sort of huge victory because he had parts of his charges against him dropped. He still has, he still has trespassing, correct?
Trespassing and creating a public disturbance.
Right. Delete Laws is here, not the real one, but the troll Delete Laws says, the plot hole, I'm suing you and everyone on this live stream. It's kind of funny because it's about how it's par for the course, I will say.
I love it when they do that, when they go create those handles and then they get into character I love it. There's somebody that on my channel that does that with Long Island Audit.
YouTube is listening to some of the folks, and I don't think it has anything to do with the frauditors. I don't think they give two shits about the frauditors. It's more the like the big content creators that are seeing their handles spoofed, and like the whole like and do this for a PlayStation 5 or you won some Bitcoin, so they're taking steps to kind of limit that. I don't know how well it's going to work though. Yeah,
we'll see.
We will see. All right, so let's talk about this, Mark. Let's talk about Long Island Audits for a second. Then we're going to get into the meat of the topic tonight. I figured we'd get one former auditor's opinion on Chili DeCastro's latest silliness. So, but before we do that, I also wanted to get that update on Long Island Audit.
Yeah, okay. So with Long Island Audit, so listen, he still has to go to trial, okay, for the trespassing and for the creating of public disturbance. So his channel and his conduct is still on trial. Okay. You don't have to go to jail to be wrong. Okay. And you don't have to be found guilty to be wrong.
True.
Okay. Now we have to, and I posted about this on my channel, and I have a lot more to post. I'm going to be trickling out information. Okay. So the thing is this, and this is why I support Steven Sedensky's decision to drop the charges. You have to understand, I didn't prosecute Reyes. I'm not a damn DA. I didn't indict him or institute proceedings.
I love how he's trying to turn this as a victory against you, of all people.
Right, exactly. That's between him and Sedensky. Sedensky made a decision. I supported that. Now that this Sedensky has made another decision, I'll move on to something else. I had Sedensky's back, whatever Sedensky wants to do. So that was between him and Reyes and Sedensky.
Right.
Okay. So now, but you have to remember that. So that's why I'm not mad, and I stay happy. But you have to remember that Sedensky initially only charged Sean with those two crimes. All right. Remember
those were added.
This is how stupid Sean is. Those were his only two charges. All right, coming out of the town hall in Danbury. You know what this dummy goes and does? He's not content with that. He's out on bond. He's going to have his day in court. He's only got these two. You know what he goes and does? He goes and he tries to snitch on Phil, the security guard, and then ended up snitching on himself. So, when he submitted his snitch statement against Phil in this video, the prosecutors charged Reyes with 4 more crimes based on the evidence that Reyes submitted against Phil.
Right.
And because, remember, Reyes is out on bond. Reyes had an opportunity to get an attorney, and he declined it and elected to proceed pro se and represent himself. So he's coming at Sedensky, representing himself, and trying to snitch on Phil. And so, of course, and then, so Sedensky stacks the charges on him. All right. Now,
as one would do when you act
as one would do in that situation, why wouldn't you have fun with this chew toy? And we, you know, we've been laughing about this behind the scenes this entire time. Nobody's affected like Reyes is, but Reyes, okay, because Reyes doesn't understand. Okay, so he's so remember that Reyes brought those charges onto himself. So now what Sedensky did was prove a point to Reyes. Okay, and he proved the point to Reyes, and basically, conveying to Reyes, you can't do this. You don't possess the aptitude to do this. You better go get an attorney, because nothing is going to start getting better for you until you do. And then, so when Reyes, the message is conveyed, Reyes doubles down. So at that point, what do? Here I come. I'm coming in now because now Reyes has made it too easy. So I'm coming in with my memo. And now we're going to stack that on him. So all we did was just stack stuff on him because he didn't know how to fend it off. He doesn't know how to fight that off. You know what I mean? So we stack stuff on him. So all Sedensky did was do the right thing and do what he was going to do anyway in the beginning. If Reyes had gotten an attorney,
right,
and not went and snitched on Phil, was prosecute him on the original 2 charges.
Yeah, again, the funniest thing.
So back to square one. So what did Reyes win? He did. He hasn't even broke even yet because he's still got to go to trial on the 2.
Right. He's won nothing. It's this. He's exactly where he was when he started.
Exactly.
It's the whole.
And the thing is, his conduct is still on trial. He hasn't won on the arguments.
No, it's a technicality at best.
Exactly. And it's Sedensky's decision. You haven't won unless you've won it for the right reasons, for your reasons, favorable to you.
Right.
A prosecutor's decision is not favorable to the defendant. None of the prosecutor's decision can never be that. It's always only favorable to the prosecutor. So if a prosecutor dropped charges, it's because it favors the prosecutor.
Right.
Now, we might not know how or why.
Oh yeah, no, for certain. Like I said, I saw part of the court.
Oh, and let me say this one more thing. And let me say this. So check this out. If he won, and let's say if Reyes really won, he should have no problem winning all over again. Reyes, where's your lawsuit? Your lawsuit should have already been drafted this entire time. You had all the facts up until this time. You should have had it already drafted, and all you had to do was just fill in the blanks at the end. Whatever happened to your case, the disposition or outcome of your case, that's it. And then sign your name and then file it. And it takes 5 minutes. Why haven't you done that? If you really won, then you can win again. Then you have no problem litigating your case and winning all over again.
Right.
Or did Reyes not really win?
Of course not.
Where's the lawsuit, Reyes?
Yeah, and the thing is, if he takes his lawsuit, I don't think he's going to.
Oh, he's gonna take it. If he fought, and he's not. He doesn't sue. He raises money. He promises his followers that he raises money from them by promising them that he'll hire attorneys to institute civil proceedings, but then he represents himself or doesn't do it and pockets the difference.
Yep.
So we know he's never going to file a lawsuit.
Oh, he's a classic.
That'd be a worse day for him than Danbury. I'm telling you, because me and Sedensky already had our fun with him. Now he can come. He's got to come see me and the Danbury city attorney. Now me and the city attorney are going to have fun with him. So if he files a lawsuit, he's gonna establish more against him and more. He's going to establish himself more against himself than he even did in Danbury. It's going to be a worse day for him because his conduct will get litigated. His conduct and his channel will be put on trial on that day, and the outcome's going to be worse than anything that he could have ever gotten out of Danbury.
Right.
So,
and that's kind of where I wanted to go with this, right? So Long Island Audits is a great segue into one of the, I don't know, probably more infamous of these grifters. Speaking of
Yeah.
Chile Castro, of Jose de Castro, you're familiar with this.
Listen, I've spoken to Chile, and stuff, and I don't really know too much about what's going on. I don't know the details. I do know that he has a lawsuit against
everybody and their fucking mother.
Oh, well, okay. Well, yeah. I heard that he likes to sue a lot. Now, I don't ever look into those things to see if he follows through or not. There's a guy.
He does follow through. He followed through with Kate from Massel Report and lost twice in court. Judge laughed him out of court. Literally laughed him out of court. And in one of those cases against was it Josh Abrams? Yeah, he lost the same ones. It was just summarily dismissed. Like, get out of here. This is dumb. You have yet to prove anything. And he kept.
I do like. Listen, F frauditors. I don't care about Abrams. You understand now? The situation. Hey,
yeah.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I'm not going to speak on it. I sympathize, with their situation. I don't care about Abrams, and I don't care about Chile. I'm going to put it straight up like that. F both of them at this point.
Right. So the thing that kills me about Chile.
So when I see frauditors turning on frauditors, I love it. I'm breaking out the popcorn.
And that's the thing, right? I don't think anybody here would look at Abrams as anything to laud and applaud, right? Because he's a frauditor. He really
and he still is. It's not like he was, and then he did the right thing a few times and quit, and became somebody else. No, he's trying to play both sides of he's fake.
He's trying to play both sides of the coin, right?
And Chile likes to do that too. Chile tries to play all sides of the fence, and that's fake. And I don't like that about
the thing
outside of the things that he says and does. Otherwise, the thing that was going around, what really got my attention was when he made a statement about children in cancer statement. That really bothered me. That was at that moment, I told myself that I will never even give Chile another opportunity to even try to be somebody else to me. I've already, at that point, I made my mind up. I made my mind up at that point. And I don't care if he apologized or anything. I don't care.
Oh, his apology was bullshit. It wasn't an apology. His apology was, you made me do this. You guys made me say those bad things. Not, hey, guys, I was pissed off. I said some fucked up shit. I never should have said that. If he had come out and said that, look, I take the complete onus of this. I let things get to me that I shouldn't have. I said some shit that I never should have said. It was a terrible thing to say. I'm done with that. I apologize, and I'll do whatever I can to make it right. That would have been one thing.
Again. He'll say it again. Give it time.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's
and it might not be that, but he'll say something. He says stuff all the time that's crazy. I'm not going to disparage him and talk bad about it, but he said things. I hung up on this guy one time, and you know what? If you ever get a chance to talk to him, ask him. Say, why legalize? And I'll leave it up to him to tell you why legalize drugs hang up on you one day. And it's because he said something, and then if he would never say it out loud,
Oh, right. That's the thing. He this is not the first time he said some egregious shit. That whole, I hope your kids get cancer. He said other egregious shit before in the past too. And to think that anybody his break from reality is getting more and more severe.
Yes, he's deluded. He is deluded. He's beyond he's beyond obsessive and compulsive. It's to the point where he's becoming like another individual. Like he's almost like schizophrenic. It's almost like deep down inside, a deep schizophrenia is coming out of him.
It's weird. It's like he's got this small taste of celebrity.
Oh yeah.
He has to. It's a drug for him. He's got to continue to get that hit. He needs
that bump. Yes, and look at those go back and look at the old Chili videos from when that dude was like 25 years old, when he was the bodybuilder, the workout guy, and he was all fresh and fly. And you could see it in him then, the self-importance, it was there, oozing out of him then, and he was in his 20s and stuff, so I think he cares more about his hair and than he does anything else.
For certain. I just love I love the fact that he'll sit there and talk about how he's going to beat everybody's ass and whatnot. I'll kick your ass. I'll kick your ass. I'll kick your ass. Every opportunity, every single opportunity he's had to cash that check, the bank of nope kicks right in.
I will say this, whether he has, the reasons why he has or he hasn't, I don't know. But I'm probably more on your side of it. But I don't know. I will say this: if there is one of them to do it, it is Chili. Chili's one of those frauders, probably one of the only ones that would go hands on with somebody.
See,
we've seen him do it to Cato. We've seen him do it to people. He said
he'll only do it to people whom he thinks he has some sort of physical advantage over.
Oh yeah, okay.
You had Legicator right after Chili was barking all this shit, knocks on his fucking window and says, "Hey, Liz, what's up?" But there's this huge MMA fight that was supposed to happen. It was sanctioned.
I remember with the officer. Right? Yeah.
Right. Everything.
I remember he backed out. He says it's because of Kate's harassment has so affected his ability to engage in regular commerce that he can't even attend his fights. That's his argument. But
so that's like the third one that he gave. The first one was, oh, my knee is bad. I have a bad knee, and they did an MRI in my physical. Like, they're gonna do MRIs and physicals, number one. Number two, they barely look at you during a physical. They just look to see if you can stand up, and they ask you, do you have anything that bothers you? If you say, nope, I'm good, guess what they're gonna do? Fucking rubber stamp your shit and send you on. That's what a physical is.
Hey, have you heard of Abrams trying to touch Chili, like half joking, like it's like a half joke way, and tried to like muscle up on him, and Chili like almost put his ass down? Did you hear about that? Have you heard anything about that?
I've heard something about it. I haven't got all the details yet. I would personally love to see those.
I'm telling you, like I said, now you're right. Chili will, he's selective.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean that you can go select him. You better be careful. And I'm not saying you, I'm saying myself and anybody. Sure. That doesn't mean now I'm talking about Abrams. So just because Chili can't get away, he's selective in targets, but that doesn't mean that Abrams, that adds anything to what Abrams can do to anybody.
Oh, so, for certain. Yeah, for certain.
So there's, it can go both ways. You have cartel, you have cartel leaders that'll snitch on you with this hand and then cut your head off with this hand.
Right.
So what does it matter?
He's got that classic bully syndrome. If he thinks you're weak, he has no problem beating you up.
Yeah. And I think he thinks Abrams is weak. I think he thinks Abrams is weak. I really do.
Absolutely.
And I think between the two of them, I think Chili will whoop Abrams' ass. And guess what? Abrams has said, he's talked a lot of shit about whooping people's asses before. So anything that comes his way with that, he earned that strike.
Absolutely. And here's the thing: those two get together and they have a scrap and whatever. I'm just gonna say there's some popcorn and
like remember when he threatened him and he said, remember when Chili was like, if I meet, I hope I see you in a dark alley with no camera.
Oh yeah. The problem with that, Chili, is you take your camera everywhere. You have plenty of opportunity. Yeah. The thing that what I thought was really funny,
I'll say, that is funny. I think
whenever he had the opportunity. I don't know if you saw the conversation he had with my buddy JL Warren in Oklahoma. We had the opportunity to cash some of his ass whipping checks. Now, I personally know JL. He and I are pals. We go back a bit. We've hung out together in the same room, so I know what a stocky son of a bitch JL Warren is. I also know that if JL Warren gets it in him, he has no problem picking people up and bending them in half. Just doesn't have a problem with it. Okay. And the second Chili realized that he couldn't push this guy around, he went and ran with the fucking cops. Oh, police officer, look what's going on.
Yeah. I've seen him do that. Oh, yeah, definitely, bro. I've definitely seen him. Yeah. That is true. You're right. Yes. That is the thing about these frauditors.
Yeah.
They put that snitch jacket on. They just pick it right up and put it on and then wonder why everybody's pointing at them and laughing.
Right.
Like did I wear the wrong, what did I come out wearing today?
So when I first started looking at Chili, I told myself this has to be satire. This has to be satire.
It is
so bad what he does.
It half is it to me, you know, and I think it's purely entertainment. Look at the background he comes from. Listen, he comes from that entertainment event kind of thing, you know, the attention getting, and it's like, you know, that's the purpose of what he used to do. So he's found a way to channel that into auditing, you know, because he's not gonna, he's getting older, so he can't do the same things that he was doing when he's younger,
right?
To get, but he's taken the business model and then just, you know, plugged it into frauditing.
The reason why that I go heavy on people like that is because their grifting nature causes other people to believe the bullshit that they're spouting, which is going to get them in trouble, or it's going to get them grifted upon. Now, look, if you're stupid enough to listen to somebody like Chili and give them your money, then that's on you. Okay. You're a fucking idiot, but that's your money. Do what you want with it. However, it's not going to be without voices like mine, yours, skeptics, all these other people who are saying, look, this is fucking bullshit. This is a grift. This is a reason why it's a grift. Here's the evidence.
It's a grift. It's definitely a grift.
Right. What he did to Tina Slay is a fucking just egregious. When he took advantage of the fact that she was fighting a system. She has a legitimate grievance against a police officer or the police system, the court system that killed her son, right?
Yeah.
Legitimate grievance. And here he comes, is like, oh, I'll be your white knight. I'll be your savior. Just let me stay at your house, trash it. Give me all the money that I'm supposed to be raising for your cause.
So he's still doing that.
Oh, he still does that shit.
I thought that after Ironton, you know, and you all exposed him for that, I figured he wouldn't have been able to do it anymore.
Oh no, he still does. That's why he was in Oklahoma, because of a Deborah Rogers who was arrested because she was intoxicated while driving. And she's like, nope, there's no law against that. Like, dumbass, there's tons of law against that shit.
Yeah, he that's the other thing. I noticed that he involves himself
if he
with a lot of people who have stories, who have life stories, and those that you have to be careful when you start going down those paths, because they're kind of both manipulating each other at that point.
Exactly.
You know, and so there's nothing that's coming out of that has any value.
Oh, absolutely not. The guy he irritates the fuck out of me. That just the simple shit that it's a grift. It's all a grift. And the difference between what I do and what Chili does when it comes to like YouTube content, I have no problem telling people I make YouTube content to make money. I'm not out here pretending to be some fucking social justice warrior or whatever. If I have an opinion, I'm gonna try and put it out there as entertaining as possible. But I'm here to make a little bit of scratch. You know what I mean? I've got a job outside of this, one that I really enjoy. I do this because it allows me to connect with people like you, people like, you know, Team Skeptic, people like PhD Tony, all over the world, and I get to hang out with the folks in the chat, have a good time, and make a couple of bucks doing it. But this guy is just using this as a grift. He'll use people, like when he put out his egregious statement about kids getting cancer and whatnot. I went and along with this community, we raised like $5,000 for St. Jude's. I went directly to St. Jude's. I did not touch a single penny of it. I had a setup where through the whole YouTube thing, I left instead of super chatting, it would go as a donation towards St. Jude's. I gave up all of that revenue because if somebody says here, whatever, that's cool. I'll take a tip. I've been in the entertainment business for a long time. I know what it's like. I've been a performing musician. I've been a stage performer in film industry. I know what it's like to live off tips, right? It's not huge, but I had no problem living the things that I espoused, and by giving up monetary gain for myself for a cause that I think is deserving. Chili isn't like that. Chili doesn't do that. He uses causes that are deserving in order to
he takes from the cause, he doesn't give to it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the same thing with Long Island Audit, and the same thing with Amagansett.
Oh yeah.
With all these assholes.
Yes.
Somebody
and they think they're clever, and that they think they're hiding it from smart people. They think that's how dumb they are.
Right. somebody commented on one of my videos about Amagatsett Press saying that, oh well, he's protected my rights and he's done more for my rights and your rights.
Protecting my rights is a script. That's not
exactly.
an independent thought that person came up with.
Exactly.
It's a script that they've circulated about. That doesn't mean anything when they say that.
Right.
So what? You repeated a script that you were told that you're a robot. They don't know what those words mean. They don't even know what they want the words to mean. They just know that that's what you say, that everybody else is saying that, and that's what you say in response.
Right.
That's literally all that is.
The only thing I have to say to those people, all of these auditors, is how are we more free today than we were before they started auditing?
Exactly. Where's the case law? I've never seen one case where the lawyer or the litigant argued that because someone got away with something in a YouTube video that was precedent for them to now use in their case to argue in favor of their position. Never in the history of court has anybody been able to do that. Case law is founded upon other case law.
Right.
Case law comes out of other case law. That's what it comes out of. It doesn't come out of YouTube. Nobody can go into court and say, oh, I cite these videos right here where these people did this. That means I can do it. Or because these people said it doesn't. So they haven't fought for any right or furthered or advanced any right. They've pretended and postured.
Yes.
Until what they do is precedent and can be used to clearly establish a right, it's not anything at all. And the only way to clearly establish a right is through case law, through an argument on the merits of the case.
Exactly.
And guess what? You can't go into court and say, oh, I got my case dismissed. Here it is, blank check. No, that's not how it works. That's not. Getting your case dismissed isn't good enough. You now have to relitigate your case. You have to prove the elements.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. If a dismissal does nothing, all it says is that the prosecutor felt he had better things to do with his time. That's all it says.
Exactly. Nobody can go into court with these fake false wins, false claims. You can't go into court with these and say, oh,
right.
You see what I'm saying? And say, oh, because my case was dismissed, I automatically get this. Or because this person did this on YouTube, I automatically get this. No, they're totally deluded. They have no clue what's about to hit them, because I'm about to, everything happened exactly according to plan. And I'm not going to say that too much because I'm grateful and appreciative, and I'm not going to, speak that out of existence, so to speak.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh man. But we told them this whole time. We told them that all of this, what was going to happen. Okay. And guess what? And you know what Reyes said? You know how pathetic he is? Okay. So here's how
I do know how pathetic he is.
Yeah, you definitely do. He says to me, oh, well, it doesn't, because, I hit him with the, I posted about, his other two trials that are still pending. He said, oh, you know what? All I have to do is just pay a fine in that anyway, so I don't really care. Exactly. He just told on himself. That was our whole point. That you don't care about the First Amendment, Reyes. You just care about not going to jail. See, he doesn't care if he has to pay a fine and be guilty and be wrong. He just doesn't want to go to jail and be guilty and be wrong. He doesn't care about the First Amendment.
No.
He's going to he'll go plead out. He'll go plead out with that stuff and not even care. That's how pathetic he is. He literally betrays himself every time he talks. Can you believe he said that? I know, yeah, you definitely can believe he said that. He said that. It's like, I thought the win was in advancing the right, not in you winning. I thought this was about the First Amendment winning, not you. Right? See, that's all it is. He has won. Right. Nothing else.
It's not about
or win, quote unquote.
Our rights. It's not about advancing case law to remove whatever grievance you have with, not you, but he has with. It's about, well, I've done this. I've done this. I did that. This was what I've done. And
now, I don't mean to cut you off. I haven't watched his video, but he put out a live stream, and the title of it was "All Criminal Charges Dismissed." He put that. It's still up. So I don't know what he said in that video. I don't know what he told those people. I don't know. I don't know if you saw it or not, or if anybody knows. But if he claimed in that video that all his charges were dropped and dismissed, he is lying to his audience.
Oh, of course.
I didn't go watch the video because the title told me all I needed to see. And he's playing on words, because all of his the 2 charges that remain are infractions. So the misdemeanors, the 3 or 4 misdemeanors, whatever they were, those were dismissed. Yes. So when he says all misdemeanors, well, not all of your charges were misdemeanors. You have 2 infractions you still have to go to trial for, and they are infractions arising out of frauding. So that means the frauding conduct will be put on trial. Now, guess what? And the main witness is the city attorney. He's the complainant and one of the witnesses, right? So and then another lady is also a witness. Now, I don't know what their decision is going to be, whether they want to show up and prosecute him, or whether Reyes is not going to be able to have an attorney, because when you go to court for infractions, you're not facing jail time, so you don't have a right to a lawyer. So even if you hire one, you don't have one. You can't have one. So He's going to have to go in there, and we know how stupid he makes himself look when he tries to do this. This is what I want to film. I want to film this, Reyes. Why don't you ask the court to film this part? Forget that. You want to film Berwin and on Damn Near and all that stuff. I want you to want to film this. I want to see you on camera again.
I don't know if he put it out, but the Zoom call where he was in court for these charges pre the decision, listening and talking with the judge kept telling him, like, look, I strongly urge you to get an attorney, because I can't give you legal advice.
Yeah, and he asked the judge
these things
falls against him.
Right. And
he asked the judge, the judge said, whoa. She said, sir, I'm going to have to stop you right there. You just asked for something that is not in your best interest. And what you asked for is for me to rule that there is evidence against you. Now, had you had an attorney, they would have told you were asking for something entirely against your interest, Mr. He made himself look so stupid. Very. And that's what he's going to do. So he's going to have to go in there. All right. And that's what it's going to be. That's going to be the balance. It's going to be him on his own versus an attorney on his own. The attorney that swore out the probable cause statement to get Reyes arrested.
Exactly. So the thing that kills me is that these people, Chile, Long Island Audits, all of them, they keep taking just these ass whippings in court, and they don't learn anything. Yeah. Here's the thing. Yeah. If you truly want it to be a game changer when it comes to these, your grievances, First Amendment, etc., do what Larry Flynt did. Larry Flynt went to prison for what he believed in, and hired a fucking attorney.
That's right. That's right. And you know what I would never do? And listen, I have dozens and dozens of dismissed cases throughout my life. Some from frauding, a lot from the streets. I've never, ever went on to make it out to appear that it was anything that I did to make that happen. I was appreciative just to be able to get past it and move on with my life without consequence.
Right.
Why? I've never thought it upon myself to then go out and speak all of it into existence again. And to go out there and push my luck. I have dozens of dismissed cases. I've never went on to behave like Reyes or these other frauditors and push my luck with it, because I knew how lucky I was. And you know what? I can't tell you how many cases that were dismissed. I wouldn't dare file a lawsuit, because I'm happy. I'm satisfied that this is buried and over with. I'm glad I didn't go to jail and get found guilty. That's what I'm happy about. So I don't know what he is over there. He's naive and inexperienced.
At the end of the day, he's not educated in law. When it
Not
comes,
at all.
I mean, neither am I.
Not at all. And he says he is.
Right. Here's the thing. I'm no attorney, so I'm speaking from a complete layman's point of view when it comes to this. And here's the thing, because I'm not an attorney, and even attorneys will tell, even attorneys hire attorneys to represent them in court.
Exactly.
Exactly. Your best bet is to hire yourself an attorney. Number one. Number two, keep your mouth fucking shut. Don't say a word. Not a word. Should you have anything?
The
any kind of litigation
rules that Reyes violated that got him those 4 extra charges. You didn't keep your mouth shut. You didn't hire a lawyer.
Exactly. Now, JJ Thomas he's got some love for us. He says, neither one of you know what you're talking about. Neither one of us. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm
cool with that. I'm cool with that. Listen, may the best man win. I've never sold myself as somebody that's always right or even right. May the best man win. That's all I can say.
And here's the thing.
Good luck to you.
Yeah, here's the thing. I have no problem being wrong. I've been wrong.
Right. Me neither. I will take my L and move on.
Right.
And I will learn from it. Exactly. I have no problem with that. Yeah, exactly. And, and when you do that, you actually become more powerful. Because
when you can admit your faults, when you can own your faults, that means you can learn from your faults. You can learn from your mistakes. And the problem,
and then instead of hiding them and secreting them and ignoring them, now you can use them as fireballs to throw around. Now you have an additional cache of weaponry. You have a different approach that you can now use. So when you embrace those things and it helps you overcome your insecurities, you can use those things. If you ignore them and then you become insecure from it, and then it makes you want to ignore it. Now you want to hide it. Now that's something that not only do you even have, it's something that you're trying to run away from. So you're basically working twice. So if you just embrace your loss, learn from it, and then use it as an attack feature, as a new attack feature.
Right.
It's that simple.
You got to learn from your mistakes. You got to learn how to use your faults, use your mistakes. But, it is what it is.
Exactly. Hey, listen, will you send me a copy of this after this? Can I have? Will you send me a copy? Okay, thank you, bro. Thank you. Yeah. I noticed that the last one you deleted it like immediately or something.
It goes unlisted. So if you need it, if you remember the date, if not, just send me an email and remind me, and I'll go find it for you and send you the link. But I
want this one specifically because we discussed Long Island Audit.
Yeah, for certain.
All right.
Now, I don't want to keep you any longer than you have to, but Chilito is live. I was going to look at a different Chili video, but now that he's live, I think
let's check it out. Go ahead. I love watching those videos because they're entertaining. And you know what? I can't even watch frauditor videos anymore. I mean, unless I'm sifting through them, frauditor videos have entirely lost their entertainment value for me. Unless I'm purely looking at those, for the guilty verdicts and I'm really looking for just news, to be honest.
Right. All right. Let me see if I can make this work.
But I can watch Chili lives any day, anytime.
All right. Let's see what Chili's got to say.
And they make sure that everything's copacetic. So if I ever get a rogue in here, Yum, thanks for the emails. And Yum was really honest. Yum was like, I used to be a troll. I'm not a troll anymore. I love your channel and I want to be a part of change.
This fool is being trolled by Yum. Okay, Chili, you're being trolled by Yum. Nobody. I don't know who Yum is, but I feel confident saying that Chili's being trolled by Yum.
I want to say I've heard that name before.
Yeah, is this echoing? Is this echoing a little bit on?
Oh,
well, sorry guys, I'm not sure how I'm gonna make this not echo. Is it a bad echo, folks? Let me know if it is, and I'll figure a different way to route this in. Let me take a look. Yeah, he's driving again. That's another thing this fucking idiot does. He often live streams himself breaking the fucking law. He'll have two phones going, one to record his dumbass and another to look at the live chat.
You know what I like that he does though? He pulls up on other frauditors and crashes the scene and hijacks their fraudits. Like, did you see with what he did with DMA? Oh man, I loved it. And then see what he did with SGV News?
I missed that one.
He pulled up on him like a couple days ago, like in LA or something. It was like, hey, are we friends now? And try to shake his yeah.
SGV News. I did see that.
out there cop watching, and delete laws came out, and delete laws went live while I was watching, and then out of nowhere, I see SGV News. I was like, oh my gosh, he crashed somebody's frauded. Here we go. And he's like, reached his hand out. He's like, are we friends now or something like that?
That's funny. All right, let me see if I can fix this echo. We're going to do this. We're going to try this one more time. Let me know if you can hear this. You may not
I was like, okay, like, dude, like, how do I say negativity to someone who just wants to be a part of something good, that just wants to be a part of change? I mean, we got to work with people who want to change. And right now I'm waiting on a text or a phone call from someone who could really be a part of the changes that are coming up in my life. I'm waiting on that text message right now. I'm waiting on that phone call right now. I'll be checking my text messages. Hopefully this person reaches out to me. I'm waiting right now. I'm waiting right now on that information. So,
hey, do you think he's waiting right now on that information or that text? I'm not sure. What if he says it again?
I'm looking forward to it. I really, really am. Let me turn that radio off so you don't hear any background noise. So, when I was going through my stuff yesterday, I started to look at all of the things that I had created over the past year. And, one of those things is...
He probably does that every day. He probably goes over what he did the last year every day.
Yeah.
If you and I don't begin to participate, and I keep saying this word and I'm just going to keep on saying it. Who's going to their city council meeting this week and talking about torture cuffs?
It's not Chili.
Hey, I want to see that. That's going to be funny. He's going to do it and I'm going to laugh so hard.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Torture cuffs. This fucking guy.
I want you to hold yourself accountable, and I want you to
know what his alternative, what his idea is, his alternative to that is the handcuffs. Has he explained that? Has he told you about the straps? They're just like long ass Taekwondo belts, bro. Right. And you have to and then cops have to ribbon you, like mummy. They actually have to mummy you up to get you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That was crazy, bro. I mean, that right there, I think the reason that we have handcuffs now is so that it's to move away from those archaic, that kind of thing, because, rounding up and roping people up. I mean, it goes back to the good old days. And that's why we have cuffs. And do you know how much more you could hurt somebody with straps?
Absolutely.
Two people trying to wrap somebody up like a mummy. Somebody.
Yeah, how long? Seriously, we're supposed to be arresting this guy for 30 fucking minutes, but just trying to get him wrapped up?
Yeah, exactly.
Look, I mean, I'm not.
I never thought about that. Exactly. Exactly. You're leaving it up to
You're trying to resist arrest. You hold still while I wrap you up in this mummy outfit to arrest you.
Right. It would take an hour. It would take a freaking hour.
Yeah. Now, I have said this many, many, many times that no matter what, if you ever need a great thumbnail picture of Chili, all you have to do is just hit pause at any random time, just like this one here. I don't know if you can see this face that he's making, but my goodness. And all I did was just randomly press pause. Oh, somebody brings up the Nutella thing. Did you see this Nutella thing did you see this from Chili? Are you familiar with the Chili and Nutella story?
Oh yeah, I saw it. That was hilarious with Chili's video. He said that some people came to his house and did all that stuff to him. Yeah, I saw it. That was hilarious. And then Kate, she always, Chili always betrays himself to her, and she always ends up finding out the truth on this guy and flipping it every time. I don't know why he continues to do this to himself. She always investigates and finds out. And I mean, yeah, I'm familiar.
The thing that right, I'm sure you've had people put dog shit on your doorstep before. I've had it done. Never really. Yeah, it happens. Like kids being kids, they do stupid shit, right?
Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah.
The last thing I'm gonna do is go put my fucking hands in it. Oh, hey, I see some dog, what I think is dog shit on the floor.
Exactly.
I'm gonna get my hands all up in it and move it around like so, and just show everybody that I got dog shit.
First of all, here's how I know it was total BS. I don't care whether what was in it or not. It's a strange bag on my doorstep. It could have been a bag of fentanyl. It could have been I don't know what anybody wants to. I wouldn't go anywhere near my porch. I would have called 911. I don't know whether it's an explosive device. I would have called the police and documented that. Why wouldn't you want to document something like that in the most as much as possible?
The safest, number one, the safest way, especially if all these people are trolling you and you fear for your safety. You fear so much for your safety that you see a random bag of whatever, you don't know what, and you go through it. Just immediately pick them, go through it. Maybe you thought it was your fucking Uber lunch. I don't know, but really, I feel it's dog shit. Let me put my hand in there and grab it out. Oh yeah, it's dog shit. Look, dog shit. Like,
exactly,
come on, man.
Exactly. And then hold on. And then he goes and makes a video. It's to hit the play button. It's not to go. It's not to worry. It's not to be concerned. It's not to go inside and get clean or look or investigate. It's to put on a show. That's his first concern, is to put on a show.
Right.
It's to hit the power button and get the camera out. It shows you. I mean, he betrays himself at every turn. I'm telling you.
Yes, he does.
And Kate's a smart person, so I'm not surprised that she's really doing it effortlessly.
It just cracks me up. Let's see what else this idiot has to say.
I want the torture cuffs to come to an end. That's what I want. I want the torture cuffs to come to an end. And so as long as we still have torture cuffs in America, then you and I haven't done our job.
I'll tell you, let me tell you what to do about that. He wants to get rid of handcuffs. I'll tell you how to do it. You don't get rid of the handcuffs. You get rid of laws that lock people up. But guess what? You can't do that on YouTube. So he's not an activist. He's not going to go and lobby. He's not going to go do things that don't get you views and attention. He's not going to go do that, because I'm sure he even believes that murderers, rapists, there's certain people that do need to be cuffed. And he's even admitted that. What he's really trying to say is, you shouldn't be placed in handcuffs if you haven't been suspected of committing those crimes. Right. And I can probably agree with him on that. Okay. But it goes both. The arguments go both ways, but the way to do it is not this way. It's not through frauding. That's the disillusion. They convince themselves that this does something. They tell themselves they want to do this something, and then they go and they tell them they go and fraud it, and they convince themselves that's doing it by way of the same thoughts being in the same place.
Yeah, right. So here's a theory, and for those of you who think that I don't know what I'm talking about, I'll give you the theory behind what they think they're doing. Right. So what they think they're doing is called civil disobedience. Okay.
Oh, okay. Great words. Okay, I never heard. Okay, go ahead.
Now the problem with civil disobedience is that they're doing with called civil disobedience is that they're not. Civil disobedience is the first step, right? When you look at Rosa Parks, great example of civil disobedience. She did not move out of her seat. Okay.
Yeah. The LGBT movement, all movements started with
civil rights, the civil rights movement. They participated in civil disobedience. Now, what did they do? Did they go out and just go to the newspapers and the television and just say, hey, we did this thing? Or did they follow up with? They followed up.
They lobbied. They lobbied and they lobbied and they sued and they sued and they sued and they lobbied and they did all that hard stuff that you have to do to advance something.
Right.
They went and did that. And guess what? There's no glory in that. There's nothing comes from that. You don't get anything out of that except that achievement. You don't get attention. You don't get views and subs. Exactly.
It's not about how many views and subs.
Civil disobedience. Then they lobbied and they sued. And then guess what? And then more civil disobedience. But you have to take the steps. It's not just one step.
Right.
It's not just frauding. It doesn't start and end there.
Exactly.
But they want it to, because that's all they have is their damn cell phones. So they convince themselves that otherwise.
They think that by doing this thing that, because again, they say that, well, Chili will say, oh, I know the case law. I know this, I know that. You do? Well, if you did, then you would know that the reason why Terry v. Ohio went to the fucking Supreme Court is because it started out in court first. There was a decision made. That decision was appealed. That appellate court decided they either agreed with or disagreed with, and then it moved on from the appellate court to the district court, so on and so forth. The steps that it takes to get, you know how many cases the Supreme Court sees on its desk, come across its desk every year?
Exactly, bro.
Thousands of
hundreds of thousands. And they only grant less than 1% of cases. They can't grant everything. You know,
there's not enough. Yeah, there's not enough to be able to make legal precedents. And for people like Chili who don't follow through, who don't make the noise, they're never gonna. Nobody gives a shit about Chili and his fucking bullshit.
And I don't mean they hear 100,000 cases. No, there are hundreds of thousands of petitions to have the cases heard go through the desk. They don't actually hear the case. They just determine whether they will allow your case to be heard at some later point in time or not. So hundreds of thousands of these petitions come across, and they decide that a few of them will be heard, and then they'll hear the case later. You know,
exactly. It's a very select few. It's a very
and then on top of that, these judges. This is what these frauditors don't get. These judges don't go like looking around for disputes to settle, you know, and just, you know, for the sake of everybody's benefit.
Yeah, right.
Two sides had to come to court, and they had to brief the arguments, and they had to fight and argue. The judge didn't do anything for anybody.
Right.
So not only do you have to worry about the judge and the judge's decisions, you have to worry about getting the judge paying attention to your arguments. Right. Because the judges aren't out there looking for disputes to settle. You have to argue your cause and present your case. You have to get that judge's attention. And see, that's hard. And these frauditors don't understand that. Guess what? If I thought they had no problem getting all the attention on YouTube. So why don't you go get the judge's attention if you're so right, frauditor?
That's the thing.
Or is it about the views in YouTube?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Oh, they betray themselves at every corner.
Every time. Let's see what else this fool has to say.
You know, it's oh, is that you, Zen? Oh, I got to make sure that's actually you, dude. You got to send me a text message so I know it's actually you. We know each other, Zen and I do. So I need a text from you so I know it's you, and then I'll add you as a mod. Soy Leo, what's going on, Soy Leo? So so Leo, I need you to go to your city council and show them your wrists. I need you to do that. So it's super, super important. It's super important. And as I'm driving here, man, I'll tell you what, everything is going. I've just had one of those days that is just a great day. I've had just an amazing overall day.
Keep your eyes in the road, Chili. Fuck's sake.
There it is. Let me make this phone call real quick. Just driving down the road. I hope we can reach Paladin.
Oh, sirens. You hear that?
Back. I mean, if Paladin, I didn't have the deep talks.
There's sirens in his video.
Wow.
I did. But we had some deep talks, you know, and on the phone. And I don't want to.
Did they see him talking?
Righteousness and goodness. You know, that's
Christ.
I want people who, I'm not far. I'll see you soon.
Oh, I thought he was about to say I'm getting pulled over.
That'd be great.
I can't say anything right now because I'm on a live, so I just wanted to give you a call back. I'll see you shortly. Hey, make sure. Okay, bye. Okay, good. You know, things are going. So that's the whole thing. You know, how many people here are going to go to their city council meeting this week? How many people here are going to show up? You know.
None, because I can email her right.
Council meeting and talk to the city council members about banning torture cuts in your town, in your city, in your state. You have to start locally, and it can't just be me running around talking to cops about torture cuts. You have to talk to your city council members. You have to get involved.
Stop and think why it is just you, Chili.
We have to work with cops.
Exactly.
But we have to work with them to get rid of.
And he's acting like people aren't already. There are organizations that are already doing this. Then they're way beyond where he is with this stuff right now. So he acts like this is his idea.
We don't get to talk very much, but we get to talk once in a while on text message, and I just absolutely appreciate the hard work that Archangel for Truth puts in to fight for justice and to fight for truth. Because the whole thing is, and this is the reason why some people...
He wants to be like this criminal justice and prison reform advocate.
Yeah, but he's not. He's got to go to prison first.
We've gone down the road,
Yeah, exactly.
Things about me. And then, of course, when you hear something horrific about someone, you look it up and you're like, okay, show me the truth. Like, show me the truth.
I was just thinking what AZ Jeep Girl said. You know, I've never seen this guy in a city council.
Me either.
Meeting. Never. I was just thinking the same thing.
Yep.
Those words never came out of my mouth. But yet...
He wants to lead from the back. He wants to get everybody else to do everything for him.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Said anything like that. The tried to call me to get me to say something negative about Caleb Slay. I said to him, "What's your problem? Shut up." So, but anyway, help a kid, and then later you hear that I said Caleb Slay. Then the people who follow me and subscribe to me, that donate to me, that buy my products, they go, "Man, well, if this guy said that about this kid, let me find out if he went to Missouri to help a kid, but the whole time he was thinking F Caleb Slay." I wasn't. And so what they did is
you just did
listen to the recording. They went and looked at all the evidence, and those things don't exist. Like Greg, you know, if any of you guys here didn't do a deep dive and look into anything said about me, then I would be like, why didn't you? I want you to do your research. I want you to find out if things said about someone that you follow or I want to know. I want to know. Like, I just did a deep dive on, for fun in my
Well, Kate did that, and now he doesn't want anybody to know.
Exactly.
So not only did she, you know, whatever, I'm not going to talk about her. I don't know her, but I did a deep dive on it. She, you know, she put herself in a position, and so I had to know if it was true. So I looked up all of the tea so I could drink the tea and have the crumpets, and that's what I did. And I found out that, you know, what I found out. When someone said something about Olivia Wilde, I said, "Man, she is a babe." And then they said, "Well, do you know this and that and this?" So then I went and looked it up. And then I was like, well, you know, whatever, you know, life's hard, you know, life's not easy, you know, and you're not always going to be right. And sometimes
what does this have to do with anything?
If you're fundamentally wrong.
Yeah, he rambles. Hey, listen, I'm about to get out of here, plot hole.
Hi, brother.
All right, I really appreciate you. Don't forget, bro, let me get a copy of the video. I'll email you later.
Cool. Yeah, email me and I'll send you a link.
All right. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Hey, and thank you to everybody in the chat. I appreciate everybody. I see everybody's support. I appreciate it. I love everybody. Goodbye.
Cool.
All right.
All right. Let me do a couple of super chats really quick whilst I have a quick break because this guy just hurts my head. Some old dudes for $20 says, FYI, Chili is live. Thank you, some old dude. I saw that and went and found the video and got it queued up. I really do appreciate that super chat. And I appreciate the fact that you gifted out some memberships. Thank you so much. We have Aaron Reese for $5 says, if he was trying for a new law, it only takes one arrest and a crap ton of litigation. Exactly. Thank you for that. Stephen Alley for $2 says, the only way to set case is refuse a dismissal. Yep, exactly. You have to refuse a dismissal and take it to court. But that won't happen because they don't want to do that. Chicken Man for $4.99 says, that's awesome. Houseboy material for you. What's up, Mark? Oh, I'm sorry. I should have read that when Mark was here. Sorry about that. Stephen Alley for another $2 says, jail's the face of horror and got no panties on. Bass here for $9.99 says, Chili whines more than a double blank cow pissing on a flat rock. Yep, that's true. That's true, Bass. Thank you so much. By the way, here we go. We got another one for Steve6464 for $10 says, as much as I believe Chili should be run out of social media, but what am I concerned about are these people who poke Chili at what point before he cracks up and harms someone or himself or worse. Now, here's the thing. I generally agree with you about poking people who are, I believe, to be at least having some sort of mental health crisis. Now, I can't say for certain because I'm not a licensed professional, and my opinion really means zilch on that, so take that for what it is. I do generally agree not poking fun at this guy too much, but I will say that there are some things that need to be called out about what he does. Like, for instance, what he's doing right now is extremely dangerous. Driving while streaming, while talking on the phone, while looking at a computer. It's extremely dangerous. And as somebody pointed out earlier, yes, him talking shit about somebody who did a horrific thing in the past involving driving, to abhor himself this way is hypocritical at the very least. But I digress.
guy, that's bad. I can't see any of the comments, you guys, because I got a little light in my face, and at the same time,
while driving,
I can't look at the words. Yes, I did. I sure did.
I haven't seen it yet, Angel.
Sure did. Yes, I did. What's going on, Los Angeles Spike? Los Angeles Spike, how'd you hear about the channel, man? I'm glad you're here.
I thought he couldn't read the comments. How do you know Los Angeles Spike was there if he couldn't read the comments?
I really appreciate you, for coming in and offering the things you offer. So anyway, anytime you hear something about someone, you should look up that information to see if it's true. And the reason why people in this room, in this chat, I'm not going to list your names, have been so diehard to protect me is because when people have said things about me, there's no receipt. There's no receipt.
Yes, they can, Tony.
There's no receipt. It doesn't match up. Yeah, I got your, hey, Colin, I got your emails from my cousin, and I will give you a call. I'm just going to call you on the phone, dude, because, I want to just talk to you about what you emailed me. About the torture cuffs. So, and by the way, we have a website coming out that is dedicated to talking about torture cuffs. So that is coming. We have a website coming out.
That'll be on OnlyFans. Unfortunately, nobody's going to subscribe to your OnlyFans, Chili.
So we have that to look forward to. Let me reset my email here and see if I've got my email, the text message that I'm waiting for. And I hope that I have, because if I don't, well then, come on Monday, we'll just go through the steps that have to be taken to get the things done that have to be accomplished.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Oh no, I do have grounds, you dumb shit. You can't do what you did. It's illegal, you stupid shit. And so
says the guy driving while streaming.
Everybody will say, oh, you're gonna sue me, all this shit. Everybody says those things until you get sued. Troll Hunter's in the room. Good to see you. Gloria's in the room. Okay, so Gloria, I don't know if you wanted to announce your information.
Yes, it will. It probably will.
Chance if you wanted to say anything out loud. So let me know if you wanted to say anything out loud. Let me know if you wanted to say anything out loud, because I know that you had some things going on. And I didn't know what you had going on, Gloria. So is it a health thing that you're dealing with right now? Or is it something that you're dealing with that's
dealing with chili, too much chili?
Relatives? We don't stop, Jeff, under any circumstances, under any conditions. We don't stop. We don't stop. Gloria! So check this out. This is traffic in... There it is. There's traffic in LA.
Wow. Oh, yeah. So he's in LA whilst driving and streaming and making phone calls.
Awesome being, and I
this fucking guy.
To truth. I appreciate your... Jack, nobody knows who you are yet. So you're asking for... I wouldn't, my people, I wouldn't start giving out your information to random people in my chat who we've never seen in here before. I wouldn't do that if I were you guys. I would allow someone to show themselves in here a few times, get to know them, talk to them, and then follow them around YouTube and see where they post and what pages they participate on.
Exactly.
So it's like, we want to make sure that like there's people in here who just want to get your information to try to hurt you. And remember that.
Yeah, at least he's fully hands-free, including his driving.
There are people who want to hurt you. So because you're associated with me and you support me. So be very careful before you.
So Ladybug asks, how does a cop never see him? Unfortunately, police in Los Angeles have much bigger fish to fry. Whereas I'm not saying that what he's doing is not extremely dangerous and extremely important that we stop, especially in Los Angeles. I don't know if any of you have been here to Los Angeles, but the 5, the 10, 710, all those free, there's no such thing. And right now, with it being 8 o'clock, it's just now starting to die down. But Los Angeles traffic died down is ridiculously crazy, even for like what I would call just regular traffic here, not regular traffic, but rush hour traffic here in DFW. So yeah. Yes. Excuse me. Yes, Steve 6464. I won't tell you to do that. I don't believe that you should. Or do I?
Start just giving your email address out and your contact information just to someone who's saying positive things in my chat, because it's real. They've really done a lot of things to me to the point where I had to stop what I'm doing and file a federal tort lawsuit. It's very real, you guys. Them contacting my friends and family is very real. You know, it's very real. It's not that there's not good people coming in, but we have to be vigilant and we have to be careful, because there are people who are trying to hurt me. It's not a joke. It's real. I mean, why do you think I'm hiding my location? Like, there's people who are trying to hurt me. I wish that wasn't true, but it is. So
that's true, Logan.
Your information, just remember, they could be trying to get your information to dox you or to reveal who you are.
Just like you do all the time.
Because once they get your email address, the reason why my cousin filters all my emails, I get 10 or 20 harassing emails a day, every day. And now for the past week, I haven't seen them, and my spirits are better and my spirits are higher. But if you're a regular person and you're not on camera and you're not in the limelight, then if you get inundated with hatred, you could do bad things. You could hurt yourself, or you could get depressed. You know, there's really, you know, if you actually look into the what happens to someone when they're clinically depressed, you know, it's suicide. It's
Veronica, thank you for saying this, because this is absolutely true. Veronica says, having spent a decade as a lobbyist, I can tell you that the last thing you want is someone who is not from the community to speak at a city council or town hall meeting. Someone who is not inundated with the actual agenda of a movement is the last person you want speaking at a town hall meeting, because they're going to take away time. They're going to distract from the real issue, and generally going to be more of a hindrance than a help. But that's 100% true.
Depression, it's drinking, it's drugs, it's substance abuse, you know, and just to be real with you guys, I talked to my friend the other day and I was telling him, and he knows what's been going on in my life for the past few months. He said, Chili, honestly, you know, and I've said this before, and it's a fact, you know, I didn't know my biological father my entire life. I didn't meet him until I was, you know, almost 40 years old. I didn't know him. My father was Colombian and worked for a guy named Pablo Escobar. This is true. It's not something that my family was proud of, but that's the way it was. And so we slowly but surely over time, you know, you start to.
I think I'm smelling some of that Nutella.
Involved, and it's you know, so when it's real, it's scary, is what I'm saying. You know, and so when there's threats and death threats and there's threats of violence all the time, a lot of people.
Stephen Alley for $2 says trucks are doing 55 in Cali, him 71, 16 mile per hour difference. Yeah, this is a recipe for disaster. Absolutely.
People would have quit what I'm doing. A lot of people would have given up. A lot of people would have maybe even killed themselves, or, you know, gone postal and killed these other people, or done something irrational. And fortunately for me, I've got a group of people around me that keep me sane, that keep me from doing stupid things. Because from doing things that I would regret, instead of, you know, because I run my ideas by my people and say, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And then when they look at my ideas, they go, man, that's a bad idea, Chili. You don't want to do that. And then I listen to that advice, because the people around me are people who love me and care about me. So, you know, it's a very scary thing, though, when you're dealing with things. And so the way that I learned how to handle disputes is not conducive to the law. The way that I learned how we deal with things, how we deal with people in real life, isn't legal. So I learned that at a young age. And so
you learn how to be a grifter at a young age.
Upbringing in Alaska, just from other people who I learned that there was a certain brand of other stuff you could do that isn't necessarily right. And so as I've been down this journey, I told you guys out loud, man, I was thinking the worst thoughts, the horrible thoughts, the devil's thoughts. And I had a dream of gnashing of teeth, and I saw things I'd never seen before in one of my dreams. And I just said, I'm not going to do those things. I'm going to do this legally. I'm going to go through the legal channels, and I'm going to chase down the things that are happening to me properly. But I'm not going to break the law. And I'm not going to do things that
you've already broken the law. You're breaking the law right now, you dumb shit.
Do those things. So you know,
I missed this, Chuck. Chuck's in Tennessee says, you see him trying to blackmail that ex-cop from Ironton last night. Does not surprise me. Does not surprise me.
How's Gloria doing? I don't know what Gloria's thing was, but she asked us to pray for her earlier. Pistol Rex, what's up? What's up, Pistol Rex? How are you, brother? Good to see you, man. P Rex is in the house, everybody. Love you, dude. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for being here. I super appreciate it. Rights On is in the room, everybody. Rights On is in the room. Rights On is here.
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. JL, by the way, you might want to jump all over that because he is trying to hijack religion into his grift. And it's a fine line that he plays because I think he notices that some people who support him don't believe in any kind of religion and some do. So he's teetering just a little bit. Really quick, let me get to a couple super chats. Some old dude for another $5 says, some night Chili will live stream his fatal car accident. Yes, he will. And look, here's the thing. I don't want that to happen. I really don't. I don't want anything bad to happen to Chili, especially when it could involve harming somebody else. I just want Chili to stop the insanity. That's all. That's all. And Tones overthinks it for $5. Says, I call BS. If you had an ancestor who worked for Escobar, either Los Pepes would have killed them or they were a coward who fled to avoid it. I think somebody said that the Escobar that he was talking about was a travel agent. I don't know how true that is or not, but a lot of haters says, I came in late from Artie's stream. Sorry if you already answered, but what do you think about Chili suing YouTube for $10 million? Good luck, Chili. It's good luck.
Gotcha. Ego checker. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Alan Hubbs is in the room. Yeah. So listen, I may have said this to you guys before, but I had these visions in my head that I was going to do these horrible things. I laid down to go to sleep and I saw a vision of hell. And I said, I'm not going to do those horrible things.
It's called DMT.
When I had gone to bed that night, I decided I'm going to do these horrifically bad things that are bad. And then I said, you know what? After I had that dream, I literally saw hell in my dream. It was horrible. David Turner's in the room.
Yeah, YouTube has $10 million in lawyers. I mean, him saying he's going to sue YouTube. Look, going to Google or Amazon or whatever and saying, hey, I'm going to sue you for $10 million. Don't you realize that they spend more than $10 million in payroll for their employees? It's nothing. It's like me giving you a nickel. Get out of here. It's stupid.
Good to see you. Roxy is here. Nice to see you, Roxy. Deanna's here. Good to see you, Deanna. Archangel for Truth is here. Thank you. Wit Twit, good to see you. I'm glad you're here. See, like, for example, take Wit Twit. Wit Twit is fairly new to our room, right? But is supportive and is good and is loving and is now you guys just have to make sure that everybody here is genuine before you give them your personal information. Because my emails and my phone are inundated. I mean, constantly around the clock with hatred. My cousin is a bitch and she does not give a shit. She reads the emails, she texts the text messages, deletes the one I don't need, and then sends me the emails I need to read.
Well, hang on a second. If you're trying to make the case of you being harassed, you would think that your cousin who's a bitch would be smart enough to know to save all those text messages to use or those emails to use as evidence in court. But they don't exist, do they? Much like all those phone calls that you got there totally weren't you. That definitely were not you calling yourself, leaving voicemails at all. Definitely weren't you.
But she doesn't give a shit. She's not attached to any of this. She doesn't care. And so I don't want you guys to get your emails and then they'll do really shitty things. They'll write you, love you too, Wit Twit. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. My cousin is a ruthless, like you think I'm a searing prick. My cousin is a bigger bitch.
No, we don't think you're a searing prick. We don't,
biggest bitch. Anyway, so
we don't think anything about you and prick, okay? We just don't.
What's up, Playboy? What's up, Playboy? What's up, Playboy? What's up, Playboy? So that's just the way it is.
What the hell was that? Fuck.
And so, you know, but I'm just telling the people in here who come in, you know, Zen, shoot me a text message on my other phone. Let me just make sure that's you, dude. Let me make sure that's you. I want to make sure that's you. Okay. Send me a text message, Zen, to my other phone. I added you as a mod because there's so many mods in here right now. Yes, thank you so much, Writes On. Writes On, let's get him. Let's get him, dude. Let's get him, Writes On. Let's get him, Writes On. Let's get him. What'd you say, Wit-Twit?
Oh my God.
Yeah, my family's actually awesome. Unfortunately, my father took a wrong turn, but wasn't a my family in general though is my mom's side comes from a long Navy family.
Chili's Nutella.
Then,
sorry, his erratic behavior is from him gobbling a couple jars of meat before he started driving.
One of the men that came over initially, I originally thought it was great grandma, but it wasn't. It was a dude, and my mom gave me the information. Once again,
did you say his grandma was a dude?
Here I am. I can't really give you guys the full names of people to look them up. I used to be able to do that, but I can't do that anymore. So I would love to tell you who my great grandfather was, but I can't because.
All right. So this is something that I've noticed that Chili does all the time. And you can tell this is classic bullshit behavior, right? This is classic people who are bullshitting, right? Bullshitters do this shit where everything about them is super important. This was this person, or that was this famous person, or I wish I could tell you who this person was who's connected to me, but I can't tell you this. I can't. It's the amount of bullshit that comes out of his mouth, right? Like I'm sure everybody is connected to somebody important, right? We all are. We all have somebody, but everybody who's connected to this jackass is important. Everybody, ooh, I know this person, or this person was my great grandfather, or blah 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 blah. It's just stupid. Come on, man.
There's too many negativities and hatreds towards me, So, I just gotta be careful. I gotta be careful. I gotta protect my peace and I gotta protect my space. So that's what I'm doing.
This is true, Snow White.
Right now. And the good news is that we're super close to starting this next project, which is going to be really, really exciting. What's going on, Tommy? Good to see you. Good to see Tommy. Good to see everybody. Good to see everybody. I'm just absolutely. Oh, is that right? Wit-Twit? So I originally thought, I talked to my mom a couple weeks ago and she gave me some information. I'm just not going to go down the road because I can't reveal anything to you guys. So I'll just talk in a circle and then I won't say anything at the end of it. But I just have to be careful and protect my own peace. You know what I mean? That's what I have to do. So, but we never heard from Gloria, and I'm just wondering, Tuffy McTufferson. Yep. Now, listen, I've only got, before I lock myself into a studio here over the next few months, I've got less than 2 weeks before. Oh, she had a death in the family? Thanks, Greg. I'm so sorry to hear that. God bless.
I thought I was bad with the squirrels, but this guy, mid-sentence. Oh, hey. Oh, hi, Mark.
To Gloria, and God bless your family. I'm really sorry to hear that.
His real girlfriend is really real.
That's sad. That's super sad. Oop, there's a cup. Something flying out on the freeway. Oh, is that right, Truth? Hey, Truth, what's going on, man? What's going on?
Thank you so much, Snow White.
Constitution. Yes. Well, I mean, I think that we have a real. Go ahead, get over, brother. Go ahead, get over. Go ahead. You're good. Go ahead, scoot over there. You're good, homie. Oh, he's not scooting over now. Yes, I'm so excited. Writes on. I am so excited, dude. I cannot wait. Because, and you know what, Writes on? Well, the funny part is that little troglodyte contacted me today, and I was like, dude, why are you contacting me? Like, you're literally cooked, like your goose is cooked. And he didn't really understand that. So end torture cuffs, absolutely. We got to end torture cuffs. They've got to go away. We should not have torture cuffs in America. They should not exist. Plain and simple, we just shouldn't have torture cuffs in America. There's no reason they belong.
Squirrel.
No reason they belong. So let's take a look at this. I don't have my speaker box. I have my speaker box, but it's in the other car.
Why don't you take a look at the road? Watch the road. Put all that shit out and just
discussing guys where to look, and then you guys
watch the road.
Your own.
I would say so, Scott. I would say so.
There's evidence. You know, fortunately, I'll just have to keep it to myself because I'm not gonna promote anybody's troll channel on here. But we have information that I would like to share. I just can't do it right here, right now.
Always
So,
with the thing. Everything's so clandestine. Nobody cares, Chili. Nobody cares.
It seems as though someone has done a fundraiser and then they hired a pro bono attorney for free. So it seems as though the person that I'm suing raised thousands of dollars and then got a pro bono attorney, which is fraud. So, I mean, I guess maybe it could not be fraud because according to discussing law, you have to pay for a pro bono attorney. But apparently one of the people that I'm suing, who's female, hired a pro bono attorney and not a paid attorney. That's the information that we're.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, he's talking about Kate? You think maybe that's who he's talking about? I don't know. He's veiling this oh so well that I can't tell if he's talking about Kate. Maybe. I could be wrong.
Getting back. So, you know, I don't know if that's fraud or not, but if I collected, you know, thousands of dollars from you guys and then I didn't actually use the money, I got a pro bono attorney, who would be super turned off about what I did. I think a lot of people would be, that's kind of fraudulent.
You sure he's talking about Kate?
But that's what these folks
I don't know.
These folks are that, you know, and so I know that to be a fact, you know, that they're fraudulent because they're just people who are on social media to make money. And
let me know what you think. You think he's talking about Kate? Let me know side chat. Tell me Kate if you think it's Kate. Just put TTU if you think he's talking about Kate.
Can you send me that video, please? Can you send me that video? I'd like to see that video. God, I have just thoroughly enjoyed.
Yeah, in all honesty, that's true. Just because a lawyer does pro bono work doesn't mean the lawyer isn't a lawyer who still gets paid, who's somebody who can be hired. I had an attorney work for one of the cases of mine who did pro bono work as well as collecting money from me because I had the means to pay for him. So stupid. Whoa, go back here. Come back here. Taipan, where are you at? Taipan 23 for 5 Aussie dollars says, are the headphones there so he can receive instructions from the mothership? I think it's just static now because the mothership is obviously, the mothership dropped him off here because the mothership did not want any more chili. So yeah.
Driving this car for the last few days. So nice. So nice. Ugh, I wish I had my van. I miss my van so much. I miss my van. And by the way, you know, I'm not sure if you guys know this or not, but they never recovered my van. And I called the cops and I asked them, I said, is that typical? And the cops said it's not typical.
It's definitely typical when the van has been repossessed.
Yours, a newer model van. We typically find those because they stick out. And what the homeless people do is they'll drive them to a campground or to the river and then they'll park there. And then the cops notice that it's a brand new van down there by the river.
I know he's about to do it. I can see that stupid smug look on his face. I pause it right there. He's about to do it. Watch. He's going to do it. Here it comes.
Yeah, you live in a van down by the river.
You're such a fucking tool.
So typically the cops will notice that it's a new van that's been parked under a tree for 3 or 4 days. And then they'll find it. But the guy said, we didn't find your van. And I said, is that normal? He said, no. I said, do you suspect that it's foul play? And he said, of course. We know it was foul play because your van was stolen. Do you know who did this? And I told them who I think did it. So hopefully there's an investigation in that, you know. Nice to see everybody. Good to see everybody.
They're just placating you, dumbass.
Everybody.
Let
me see if I can pull that. Witch on Fire. Did you send that to me? Let me check my text over here because I can show it on my other phone.
Speed this idiot for a minute.
Thank you, my brother. I love you. Boy, it's, you know, let me tell you something. It takes a bad day to know what a good day is.
Yeah, Tina B, it's exactly what I was thinking. Fucking homeless people just steal brand new vans because
I've had so many bad days. That feeling this good day today has been nothing but pleasure for me. I'm so happy to have had a good day today because I've had just so you guys know.
Exactly, Robert Kennedy. Matt Foley was funny.
Having a good day like today just makes me feel so blessed. I mean, that's the best way you can say it because I am blessed. You know, I'm lucky. I'm very, very lucky. You know, It's weird to feel that now that I've been through all of these. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button, and then get a roll call here. Who's in the room? There's a couple hundred people in here. Let me know who's in here. Put a number 1 OTVO, overturn Terry versus Ohio, and let me know who's in here. Just real quick.
All right, so you notice how he's starting to do all the things that he sees bigger content creators do. Like he sees Team Skeptic doing this stuff, talking about put a 1 in the side chat for this, or put a 1 in the side chat for that, and then put TTU in the side chats. Right? He's got his own thing. He's a copy pasta guy. That's all he does.
So I can get an accurate count of who's in here. What's going on? What is going on? Good to see you. Good to see you, Archangel People. Good to see you guys. Man, I'll tell you what. Good to see you guys. Yum is back. Alex is here. Nice to see you. Raider Nation. What's up, Raider Nation? Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. What's going on? Which is in the room, everybody? Good to see you. Chevy is in the room. Roxy is here. Greg is here. Nice to see everybody. Les Paul, OTVO. Robert Ellis is here. Good to see you. Lewis, good to see you. Good to see everybody. Witch on Fire. I still do coffee, Witch on Fire. And now with my...
Yes, as Mr. Schrodinger's cat is letting everybody know, it says, please buy a raffle ticket for Insomniac Films. You can do so by following the link that's pinned in the chat. If you do, it'll be so much fun. You have the opportunity to do all kinds of stuff. What does TTU mean? TTU means Trifle Trolls Unite. Anyway, back to the shameless plug, because I have no problem admitting that I entertain you guys because I enjoy it, but I also enjoy the spoils of the YouTubes and whatnot. So don't feel obligated. Please don't. If you can, awesome. If you can't, no. I mean, like I said, I don't want anybody to go out of their way. I don't want anybody to go out of the way for this channel, for the Insomniac Film stuff. But if you can and you want to, I would appreciate it. It means the world to me. I've got a lot of support, so you guys are awesome. That's all I'm going to say. But yes, what Mr. Schrodinger's cat says right there.
Blood pressure medication. The doctor said I can live my life normally. He said, do not go back to 6 cups of coffee a day. Good to see you. Gloria, Huntington, West Virginia. Archangel, good to see you. The doctor said, do not go back to 6 cups of coffee a day. He said, if you do an espresso, do a single espresso, not a triple espresso. He said, make sure you continue to exercise. Andrea's in the room. Good to see you, Andrea. And so I'm getting my exercise and taking care of myself.
Alex G, are you being serious, or are you just like, is this one of those troll things? We are definitely offering a lot of commentary on what Chili's doing. We're watching what he's doing live, and then we're reacting to it by offering commentary, both in the side chat and on screen. So I don't know. 3 Ron for $2 says petty super chat to piss off Chili. Thank you, 3 Ron. I appreciate that.
And that's just what I'm doing. You know, if you guys stick with me long enough, you can almost guarantee that I will pass a cop. You guys can almost guarantee if you stick on this channel with me long enough, I will pass a cop and I will jump out of this car and I will audit that cop's stop, because I cannot help myself. I told someone this the other day. I said, if I see a cop that has somebody pulled over, I cannot stop myself. I can't stop me. I can't stop me. I can't negotiate with me. I can't reason with me. I will pull the car over if I see cherries and berries. You know, I can't stop it. It's
really, it's if he sees beans and franks, you can't stop it. Judy LaPointe for $10 says, I hope the lawyer was pro bono. Now a scam. She had the fundraiser before she knew it was going to be pro bono, if that is the case. No, she showed the receipts, I believe. I believe she did show the receipts where she did pay this attorney. And again, I believe the attorney that they were referencing does pro bono work on the side, but doesn't always. If people have the money who can afford, then that's where they get charged. But thank you for that $10. I appreciate that.
It's a real compulsive sickness that I want transparency on that stop. And by the way, when people pull up to me and are recording me when the cop is there with his cherries and berries on, I am nothing but grateful. I'm so grateful. So when you pull up, Andrew, good to see you. Hey, thanks for the email, brother. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, Andrew. I can't read it. It's too long. I'm sorry. Can't read it. Cannot read that. But I would like to. I would like to read that. I would like to know what you said.
Oh.
And so I only have a week left, and then I've got to lock myself in the studio, and I've got to get as much done as I can, because OTVO. That's right. Real heroes have cameras. That's exactly correct. And you guys can see it. You see, so for people who just come to the room, there's 215 people in here. Hit the like button. Gee, many crickets, hit the like button. So there's 215 people in here, and you'll see there's about 50 people with blue wrenches. And let me tell you something. Those are my people. Those are my folks. You know,
Jimmy Hell for $2 says, so he wants violent offenders free in cop cars. Pretty much. No, what his idea was to mummify them, just wrap them up with soft tissue.
It started off slow, and it just, those are my people. And anybody who turns against me without evidence that I've done anything wrong is just a weak person. And you guys know who I'm talking about. There's people who used to have blue wrenches that turned against me.
Mr. E-Man for $2 Ozzy says, Chili admitting that he has no self-control is 100% true. Thank you so much.
There's people who originally started off in my room who have turned against me, and we just know they are weak people. They're weak people. You'll be a moderator one day with it, I guarantee it. I mean, every single person who has those blue wrenches, we have talked. We've had, now Deanna is new and Jeremy is new. I haven't got into a deep conversation with them yet, but I look forward to talking to you, both of you, Deanna and Jeremy. And Tommy and I send texts back and forth all the time. P-Rex and I send messages back and forth all the time. Got nothing but love for you, P-Rex. I'm super grateful for you. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see everybody. But when people bash Tuffy McTufferson,
yeah, so he's talked about Velcro straps.
He's
He's talked about the cloth type thing. It's just, he's an idiot.
Long drives across the country. I just like to jump on the phone and talk to people who, yeah, Brian, I know you have it. Shoot me an email, Brian, so we can jump on the phone and get on a video call and like get to know each other. Wright's on and I know each other very well. We spend a lot of time on the phone. I love getting to know people who are down for the mission and want to participate. You know, and by the way, the fastest way for me to call you on the phone is for you to send me a video at your city where you're talking about torture cuffs. That's the fastest way to get me on the phone to call you because I want to show your video. I want everybody here, if you go to your city council meeting, overturn fucking Terry versus Ohio. I got it right away, Troll Hunter. Troll Hunter and I talk all the time.
I got it right away.
Wow,
who gives a shit?
Really, I can't wait. Really, I can't wait. V Boyer and I talk. V Boyer's a great friend. Chevy and I, actually, you know what? I spend more time trying to figure out the exact tune to Chevy's songs than I do talking to Chevy. Chevy, when you leave the comments and you put it into a song format, I'm literally just sitting there trying to, oh, really, Brian? I love V Boyer. She's my heart, you know, my heart. I'm not going to cry. So don't try to get me emotional by showering love on me because that makes me cry. So I'm just going to.
It makes me cry along with Bubba beating me.
Day, you know, because you know, if I don't get my text or email from this person, though, then tomorrow I'm going to be ornery because on Sunday I'll have to sit and prep all day because on Monday I will fry them. I will fry you. On Monday I will fry your ass. If I don't get a text message or email from you tonight, I will fry your ass on Monday. And your whole life will change, bro. Your whole.
How many trying to make a bet says nothing happens on Monday? Just like nothing happened. What was it? September 22nd or whatever the fucking day. I can't remember the court date. Nothing happened other than Chili getting embarrassed.
Whole life will change.
Whole life will change.
I am not a weeping willow and I am not a victim. I do not accept bullying. And I tell you what, I will straight up.
This is sped up, Kate.
It'll be a lambasting. What's up, Scrubzilla? So Scrubzilla said he may not be able to be here tonight. He sent me a message earlier.
It is sped up. Yes, it's sped up.
In Denver, I became friends with Scrub over the phone and over time. Les Paul, we haven't talked very much. Shoot me an email, Les Paul. I'd love to get to know you a little bit on text message or on a phone call. I would love to talk to you. Deep fried, lambasted Archangel for Truth. Deep fried. So, you know, people who are coming here on a Friday night to watch my channel, you know, tonight is just a love fest with everybody who's been along the channel because we've had a bunch of hard days. We've had a bunch of losses, and I've led the losses. So, you know, the only person I have to blame.
At least he admits that he's led in losses. The only thing he wins is number one in the loss column. 1959 Woodstock for $5 says Kate wasn't there when the money was being raised. She shut it down because it made her feel uncomfortable. Fair enough. I mean, that's totally fair. You know, I don't know what Kate's situation is outside of what she does on it was a Mass Report. What's it called now? Troll Mafia, I think. Troll Mafia, whatever. On her channel, I don't know her situation outside of that. I don't really know a whole lot about her situation, period, because none of my fucking business, first and foremost. Second, I don't watch a whole lot of Troll Mafia or Kate in the Massel Report, not because I don't like it, just, you know, I'm doing other things, you know, like being a troll myself. Some will do for $2. It's sped up. How can you tell? Exactly. What's up, Ida Pam Beautiful? Good to see you.
For losing is this guy right here. But now, with the help that I have from people, I've really got a lot further with, you know, and I'm super grateful to my people who are helping me. There's a couple people in general, I just can't really shout out their names, of course, but you guys know who you are, and you guys and gals, there's women involved too. You men and women who have been my quan and helped me through these tough times. Man, it's getting better. It really is getting better. L's lead to wins. That's right, Rick. That's right. L's lead to, you know, Rick, I know you're not him, but a few months ago, this guy from the Northwest, I think he was a real estate guy up in the Northwest. He sent me a video of the cops just cheating him, right? And then he went to those witnesses to get their statements, and the cops had already told them what their statements were, and the guy got screwed because the witnesses that witnessed his abuse had then been coached by the cops how they would give their report. Bye, Witch on Fire. Good to see you. Nice to see you, Witch on Fire. Thank you for coming. Thanks for coming by. And so I would love to reveal, you know what, that real estate agent up there in the Northwest, if you want me to air your video anyway, I'm more than willing to explain to the people who.
Risen 1157 says she's well off, but not enough to cover this type of lawsuit. Plus, we wanted to make sure she had all she needs to fight. Needed to fight. Here's the thing. Do what you do, guys. You'll never hear me tell you don't do this unless it's for, like, you know, somebody who's obviously trying to scam. I will say, hey, I would recommend not doing this, but there's never any justification needed here. Yes, I have covered some obvious scams, talking about fraud raisers. I hate to use that word because of the way it's been hijacked. But I have covered this before. And again, from what I have seen from Kate, she has no problem showing the receipts of where funds went. So there we go.
Watch that they lied about you. So let me just tell that story. There's a real estate agent, and he sent me his video, and he said, man, I got him. They didn't know there was a video over here. They didn't know this guy was video recording from over here. The cops came onto my property as I was fixing it up, and they beat me up, and I've got him, Chili. Will you help me do administrative paperwork to file a federal civil rights lawsuit? And of course I said to him, well, first send me the video and let me see it. Like anybody who ever contacts me, if you don't have a video, you have almost zero chance. It's so hard to win without a video, unless you have really strong witnesses who aren't going to budge under the pressure of the pig state. And so this guy sent me his video.
I just want to make sure I reiterate. Yeah, I don't think it was, again, because it just showed the receipts. The money went to where it was supposed to go for what people said the money was being raised for. That's where the money went. By definition, not fraud.
And I watched it. And then we were really excited to air his video. We're like, hey, let's air your video and let's show how these cops up in Washington state totally cheated you. And he's like, yeah, man, we got him. And we were so excited about it. I even edited the video. I spent about 3 hours editing the video. And of course, you have to turn up the contrast and then alter the color scheme so you can really see what's going on in the video. What's going on. And then what happened was I sent him a copy of the video and said, here's the video we're going to air. And I'm going to have you on live and we're going to talk about it. I said, go around and give your witness statements before we take another step so that we know that once the video airs, you have everything locked down. And when he went to go talk to the witnesses, they had all changed their story. And I said, how in the fuck did they change your story? And he said the cops went to them and told them, here's what you saw, isn't it? Isn't it? So just remember, if you witness something, the cops may try to intimidate you, to tell a different story than the story that you were originally told. So just remember that. We live in a total pig state. We live in a state of absolute confusion. So don't get wrapped up in it. Don't do it. Because if you do, the cops will come and intimidate you. And you think you're tough until you have to deal with them threatening you or your family or saying, you know, your son drives in and out of your driveway every day, doesn't he? And then you have to sit and think about your 16 or 17-year-old son. You got to think about that. That's right, David. They'll just make shit up. Total pignorance. Yes, pignorance. That's right. Oh, yeah, I know it. I know it. So Danu said that he had a cop under oath say that he didn't swear an oath to the Constitution, which is just absolutely incredible. So I use Premiere Pro for editing. Yep. We're not safe with these with law enforcement. You know, there are pigs for sure everywhere. She said we're not safe with pigs. She's 100% correct. But the whole term law enforcers is the real problem that we're all facing. As long as we have this group of people called law enforcers in our country, we're always going to have problems. It's never going to go away. You know, as long as we endorse law enforcers in America, it's just going to be a shitty system because you have one person who says, "Oh, I'm enforcing a law, so I have a right to do this."
Well,
and they are.
Well, no, that's not correct at all. You can be pro police officer and still recognize when they do something egregiously wrong or still want to see change within that system of upholding law. There's no dichotomy here. You can only be one or the other. You can be both. You can say, hey, I support police officers, but I also support changing or altering or whatever. You know, we need to stop some of the egregious things that happen, you know, looking at this evidence here or that evidence. So you can support a group yet still want to see them change, still want to see them get better as an organization or a group. People do it with sports teams all the time. People do it with government all the time. I mean, this isn't to say that it's either one or the other. That's just stupid. It's just dumb.
Completely deluded and delusional. And so we've got to change it. We've got to change it. It has to be changed. Yeah, I use Premiere Pro, Brent. But you know, there's a lot of people, you know, a buddy of mine uses InShot, and another buddy of mine uses the original software. What's it called? Rockstar, or it's called what's the original editing software they put on phones? What was that called? He uses that, and I can't remember his name. I can't remember the name of that, but it's
yes, Kisker Venras says I support the police, but think we need to heavily change how our jail systems work. Abso-fucking-lutely. I live in Texas, and Texas, I believe, is 77% privately owned prisons, which I think is bullshit. Because it's the way the whole thing is set up is just ridiculous. Privately owned prisons just mean that the for-profit system wants to create a system to reincarcerate people because that's how they make money. And if they don't make money, if these privately owned prisons don't make money, then the state of Texas reimburses them for whatever funds they've lost. So we're still paying for it as taxpayers. So it doesn't make any sense. I don't like that. I think that's something that never should have been privatized. It just causes conflict of interest. Beth for $10 says, just bought a raffle ticket. Can I say TTU Chili in the movie? Absolutely. We can definitely work that out for certain. Thank you so much for that super chat, by the way, and the raffle ticket. Absolutely. Some I'll do for $5. It sounds like Chip talking to Dale, only lower pitched and dumber. No law enforced. So how do you stop speeders, for example? Vigilantes? Yeah, and that's the thing. People like this generally don't have an alternate solution. He does have an alternate solution. It's just dumb and cost prohibitive at best. Yeah, it's not saving any money, Mike71. The prison system here in Texas does not save anybody any money. It doesn't save me money as a taxpayer, again, because I still pay taxes on whatever that goes to subsidize these privately owned prisons. So yeah, I think that needs to be checked. 3 Ron says, I don't trust the government to run prisons. I don't trust private organizations who are for profit to run prisons either. I think there's a huge reform that needs to happen in the prison system.
List off some software programs. So yeah. So as far as my people are concerned, you guys are gonna meet people on my page. But remember, there's people on here that are bad, that are watching me to get your information. 2 likes till 100. Can we get 2 people to hit the like button? Can we get 2 people to hit the like button who haven't hit it yet? Can I get just 2 people to hit the like button? Just hit the like button, please. 2 people hit the like button. Thank you for the super chats. I only saw 1 or 2 of them. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hit the like button. Thank you. I appreciate that. Just help people hit that like button. Good to see everybody. Good to see everybody. Good to see everybody. Thank you. I really appreciate that. It means a lot. It gets us out into the world a little bit better. Yeah, I put the trifold down at $5, and you know what? People are ordering them for $5. You know, and I also have a black and white trifold now. I don't know if that's the one you're being shipped, but I turned it black and white, and then I'm going to have Digital Pickle change the trifold a little bit, make it a little bit better. You know, but I still haven't got my text or phone call. I'm waiting on my text.
I mean, don't buy a trifold if you think you're going to get some sort of information that's useful.
But then what they do is they take the reflection of my glasses to steal people's information, and that's why I have to be very careful. Which is pretty pathetic, isn't it? I mean, think about that. Thumbs up, Brian. Good to see you. Good to see you. Pretty pathetic, right? Pretty pathetic that I have to be careful that what I look at with my glasses on, or they'll peel the information off my glasses to try to use against my friends and family. But I think I got another lawsuit, guys. I think I got another one coming up. I'm pretty excited about it. You know, Rights On and I have chased down the data on this, and Rights On and I are working together to sue this next person. And I'm going to sue him for $50,000 and then make him answer that lawsuit. That's what I'm going to do. Overturn Terry versus Ohio is in the room. Good to see you, OTVO. Good to see you, Overturn Terry versus Ohio. Good to see you, brother. And I guess I'll see you soon in real life, won't I? I'm going to see you real soon. Tommy's in the room. Yeah, so the people in here, don't share your email or yourself.
Yeah, 3 Ron, but at what cost, right? So if we're talking about a prison system that's supposed to offer and help reform, I don't think that $5,000 is necessarily cheaper. $5,000 per inmate is being cheaper. There's a huge disparity when it comes to what is effective versus what is actually happening. I'm not saying that one way is better than the next. I just don't think that private companies should be in charge, because again, the only way that a private company gets into a business is because it's a business, is to make money. At what cost? Again, there's a lot of conversations to be had in that particular topic. I am legal OKC. There's a link pinned to the top of the side chat. It should also be in the description of this video as well. Oh, we can't count that high. Ari here. I don't know. I don't know. It's been a lot. I don't think he's won a single one.
Phone just with people in here who are saying cool things, because until they've been around long enough and we know who they are, and I talk to them on the phone and I FaceTime with them and I get to know them a little bit. And if there's people who want to be just shitty people, we're not going to know you want to be fake and shitty, we can do that forever. But the subpoena's coming out. The subpoenas are coming out, and that is a big deal. Finally. Finally. And I think that one of these people is going to go to prison just from the subpoena information alone to Airbnb. I'm pretty sure someone's going to go to prison over that. I mean, we're charged. I'm pretty sure. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah,
end torture
okay.
cuffs. Everybody type it in there. End torture cuffs. End torture cuffs. END torture cuffs. End torture cuffs. Absolutely, Rights On. Absolutely. We need to end the torture cuff system in the United States of America. We're supposed to be free. That's the idea, is that we are free. Now, the idea that I would be put in torture cuffs upon suspicion by some person who signed up to a Death Star, no. The answer is no. The answer is absolutely not. I should not be put in torture cuffs. End torture cuffs. And leg torture. What are we going to call those, Jeff Hates Pigs? What are we end torture cuffs and shackles? I like that, Andrea. I like that statement. End torture cuffs and shackles. That rolls off the mouth very cleanly. You know, every time, and this is funny because when I was in Denver, just so you know, Denver, and I saw that kid put in torture cuffs who doesn't belong being an auditor, doesn't have the skill set to do it. But I saw him in there being an auditor, and he got put in torture cuffs. I went in there and I told him, I said, take that kid out of torture cuffs. And they did. So,
bullshit.
Leg irons, they call them, just disgusting. Leg irons, my ass. Is that a flat? I think that's a flat. I had a funny flapping sound. So I just want to make sure. I would know. I'd be able to feel it. You can definitely feel it when it's a flat tire. But I'm hearing funny sounds. I should check. Can't stand it when they put the name of dead pigs on the side of the highway. I just passed the sign that said, for this dead pig. I just can't stand it. Why don't we put that up for soldiers who go over to the wars and die in the oil wars? But we put the name of a dead pig on the side of the road. For what? For what? We can see now that the pigs have ruined our country. It takes people to sign up to be a pig to agree to do those things, and that's why our country's ruined today. They got to.
Will do, freedom fighter.
So on the side of the freeway here, they put the name of a dead cop and dedicated this portion of the highway to that cop. And I just say to myself, well, let's go back and take a look at everything that cop did. And we know that this policing law enforcement system in America is what's decimated freedom and created the prison state that is known around the world as the worst cops in America and the worst prisons in America. We know that. So the idea you would put up a sign and commemorate the death of a pig who participated in the death state, prison state, is astonishing to me. Meanwhile, we don't put the names of war heroes up along the side of the road. Why don't we put the name of the war heroes who died in the war for no good reason? We fight around this entire country, around the entire world as mercenaries, for oil, for money, for minerals. I mean, half the reason we're in Afghanistan is for the poppy plants. Even more than that reason. It's for the chemical that goes in the phones. What's it called? What's the chemical they have in Afghanistan? The mineral they have in Afghanistan. That's the real reason we're over there. It's the one thing that the smartphones need. And I can't remember it off the top of my head, but that's why we're over in Afghanistan. We're not there because we're being anything but mercenaries and really criminals. We're stealing the minerals from Afghanistan. Lithium. That's exactly right, Tom. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate that. Yeah, Tom, shoot me an email. You're one of those guys too. You've been around a long time. Tom. I'd love to shoot some emails back and forth with you and start to have a conversation. Maybe even jump on FaceTime.
Yeah, I was thinking that, Sean Galloway. I'm pretty sure I see soldiers' names on the road
where's
often.
Rachel Anderson? Where's she at? Rachel, where are you? Where is Rachel Anderson? Where's Rachel been? I really miss Rachel. Yeah, opium and lithium. Those are the reasons we're actually over in Afghanistan killing people and taking over their minerals and taking over their drug business, because the CIA and the FBI are just so complicit, and the DEA are all in on the drug game. They're all in on the drug game. So I do know Rachel. I've shared some texts and emails with Rachel, so I just don't know where she is in here tonight. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. But Tom Shaw, I would love to know you, man. Shoot me some emails or some text. Or shoot me an email so I can text you and we can start to have a conversation. But I don't think we should be celebrating cops. I think in the current form of law enforcement, we shouldn't celebrate any of those guys. Sorry, man. You guys signed up to a bad system. You signed up to a bad thing, and a lot of the overall is bad. If it was good, then our country wouldn't be in such disarray that it's in. That's right, Brian.
Yes,
Brian,
we did.
It is such a battle for me because I get 0 to 100. I can go 0 to 100 in intensity right away. It's a real problem because I've got to get a handle on that because that's what makes my blood pressure skyrocket. My doctor told me, yeah, Greg, I'm about due as well. I actually got a little weed up here in LA, so I'm gonna get some weeds tonight as soon as I pull into where I'm going. Yeah, when we don't celebrate veterans, all I see on the side of the road here is the name of cops who died on the side of the road. So I just have a real problem with that. It's terrible. It's really terrible.
I don't understand why he's so upset about it. My goodness. This must be Beaver Zero says that's the cocaine. Yes, I saw the message, Freedom Fighter, and your name, delete chili. Pretty funny.
I don't like it. I'm gonna be driving in this car a lot tonight. I should be in this car for quite a bit. I'm gonna be driving because I got quite a few places to go tonight. I gotta pick up a few things around town before I take off out of this town.
Cocaine.
I really, really do.
Allegedly.
So,
allegedly.
No, I don't want to avoid tolls. I want the fastest way possible. Take me the fastest way possible. There it is. Okay, cool. And this is an hour and 11 minutes. So I'm an hour and 11 minutes from where I'm going.
Yeah, that's another thing. William Grabber says veterans are still alive.
Up here, so I can just keep it right here. What's going on with the Playboys? I certainly am glad you guys are spending your Friday night with me. I really appreciate it. Oh, that phone's not going to work right there. This is not my car, so I'm trying to figure out how it works here.
Oh, yeah. If you haven't seen Beaver Zero's newest video on chili, it's a quick one. Beaver, put that link in the side chat, and guys, go check it out at the end of this. It's hilarious. I think it's funny. I was going to talk about it earlier, but we got this live stream thing that's fun. I think he's done live, actually.
Just leave it down here right there and just keep on talking right here. Rocco, yeah.
Is he still going? Because I think we got behind, obviously. That's how far behind we got here. But
Rocco, did you come over from TikTok? Were we friends on TikTok, Rocco? I can't remember. Yeah, I'm gonna go down Hollywood Boulevard tonight. If you guys, I'm gonna be streaming for like hours tonight because I'm gonna go down Hollywood Boulevard. And typically I would listen to lectures and stuff as I drive right now, but I'm just waiting to see if this person texts me or emails me, because if they don't, then on Monday I'm gonna burn that person to the ground through documentation. That's what I'm gonna do. If I don't get the text or the emails that I'm required to get tonight from someone who I sent an email to, and I said, if you don't get back to me tonight, then you know what happens next? I will do what I do on Monday. And I'm not, I promise. How about that? I give you my word. If I don't get a text or a phone call from you,
your word doesn't mean anything.
Tonight,
doesn't mean anything.
Then on Monday, brother, you know what? You're going to face some adversity. It'll start on Monday. But I hope
it'll start on Monday.
I hope that they commit a felony through destruction of evidence or by witnessing.
Yes. And here's the thing. This fucker just live broadcasts his intended location. He's in Los Angeles. He told everybody that earlier. But this is the same fucker that's going to be, oh, they're following me. They're stalking me. Dude, you're fucking live streaming your location. You're telling people where you're going to go. You're an idiot.
Tampering, because I've got you, dude. I got you. I've been working behind the scenes the whole time to get you, dude, and I got you. Dudette, I guess you would say about this person. So you're caught. This chick is toast. I got her, and I got her good. So I'm real excited about it. V-Boyer, what's going on, Rick? Okay, cool. You out, Brian? Yeah, I know it is, ego checker, but you still have
no,
a lawsuit, or I get a judgment
not at all.
Once I get a judgment against you, then I can file that with your bank and your employer. and I'm going after another person. Rights On and I are going after this person because they broke the law. And when you've broken the law, when I sue you under tort law, all I have to do is prove that you broke the law to do something to me. And once they can see that the law's been broken, not only do they lose the tort law case, they may also be charged criminally by the different district attorneys around the country. It depends on if they want to charge them. And a lot of times they don't, but I'll take my chances. I'll file my lawsuit and see what happens. Because this lawsuit's really easy. Here's evidence 1, evidence 2, evidence 3, evidence 4, evidence 5.
Yeah, notice none of those people showed up.
If they don't respond, I get a judgment.
Not one of them.
Then I turn that judgment into the bank. It's just that simple. So, you know, and let me just tell you something. I got one guy on my team. This guy is kicking out. I mean, this guy.
Yeah, he owes somebody $2,000 at Chili's van, isn't it? Yeah.
This guy is kicking out documents like Woody Woodpecker hits a tree. I mean, this guy is kicking out documents faster than I can even keep up. And it's like, you want someone like that on your team. And I'm just grateful that this person is on my team. This person is kicking out documents faster than I can post them or send them or email them. I can't keep up. It's incredible. And if I get my email or text tonight from the person I contacted earlier, then she's going to burn. She's going to burn on Monday. She'll lose everything. And that's fine because you tried to do it to me. So, I mean, what would you do if it was you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to hide my identity all the time. I can't tell people where I'm going. You would do the same thing.
You just did, you dumb shit.
Yep. And then there's only, I mean, I got to get to some positive things. But at the same time, you know, it does feel good. It does feel good.
Well, at least you got $100 from him. I mean, something.
What did Merv is that right? Okay, let's find out. Let's see how funny it is. Ha ha, funny. Okay, let's find out.
Nobody wants to see that, Chili.
Let's see how funny it is. Let's see how funny it is. Let's see if there's going to be a criminal indictment. I know the entity that I'm referring to will have some serious.
Let me know in the side chat if you honestly think there's going to be a criminal indictment. Let me know. Let me know in the side chat. Wait, let's do it how Chili does. Put a 1 and let me know in the side chat where you think it's going to be. Let me know in the side chat. Let me know in the side chat. Fucking hell.
We'll have some serious dealings with this human being that I'm talking about, and I know that to be a fact. So I'm just saying these things are real. You can say whatever you want about me, but
yes, you
things
did.
that I do have teeth, vicious teeth.
The things you do have no teeth, none whatsoever. Vicious teeth, you piece of shit.
Let's see how it goes. Dude, let's see how it goes. I can't. Let's just skip it. Skip the text. Skip the call. Let's talk about what happens on Monday, and I'll show you guys on Monday what we've done. And then all the people here, you guys can join me in also filing your complaint against ethics. And so let's see how it goes. When I have 200 people write an ethics complaint, let's see how it goes. I think you're fucked, bro. I think you're fucked. That's what I think. Matter of fact, I know it. I know you are.
It's the same thing you said about Kate, buddy.
You are a piece of shit.
Same thing you said about Kate.
And you're gonna have to pay for what you've done. And I think you're gonna.
Stephen Alley for $2 says Jose Cholito Maria. Jose De Castro is hiding. No, he's no, not at all.
Gonna pay with I think you're gonna pay. I think the way that you think it's gonna go isn't quite how it's gonna go, and I think that you're
all right, Asa. Have a good one.
I gotta get better with my language for the teachings I'm gonna be doing. But I got you, dude. I got you. I can't see any of the messages. I'm sorry, guys. All the messages turned off, so I could be frozen in another direction here. But I can check on my phone and see if I'm
blah 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.
You're in big trouble.
Big trouble. Just big trouble.
There it is. Got you. You guys are still there. You guys are, and by the way, and just so you guys know, if this person in any way, shape, or form reveals anything, then he's witness tampering.
Like what you're doing right now?
The FBI is involved. So witness tamper, brother. Destroy evidence. Do what you're going to do, but you're fucked. The FBI is involved. So good luck, dude. I hope that you do something stupid. I hope that you witness tamper or you destroy evidence. You're screwed, dude. You're screwed. You really are, dude. And the thing is this piece of shit's been doing.
Chris Kelling for $10 says, I truly understand why he was second to last in his class. Imagine Chili turning in an essay like one of his live streams. Then when he gets a bad grade on it, the teachers are out to get him. Yeah, exactly. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for that super chat.
This to people for years. It's over now. It all changes now. He's screwed. I mean, he just is. And it doesn't have to do with me. But I'm going to have everybody else file complaints on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday as well. And we'll change the way this person has been. Oh yeah. What's up, New Jersey Watchman? Wow, yeah. Deanna brings in some new people, and so does Jeremy. So does Deanna, and so does Jeremy. But I think the guy's screwed. Let me check my text real quick. Hold on one second. Give me 1 second.
Oh yes, let me check my text while.
Let's see how it goes.
Well, I'm driving while live streaming and reading comments that I say that I can't see because I can see them. I can't see a comment. Oh hi, Playboy. Hey Playboy. Hey Playboy. Fucking idiot.
And I was gonna send this guy one thing, but then I tell you, I'm an emotional, fiery guy. I'm close to Ventura County now, dude. Let me know when you're around. I'll do some audits. The thing is often when
did he just fucking give his location out again? For somebody who has to protect my identity and location, you sure do give out your location often. That's 3 times that I've seen in one stream. 3 times in, well, twice in like 10 minutes, 3 times in, I don't know how long we've been watching stupid shit. I'm getting kind of bored with this, honestly, but
I do audits.
golly.
I end up asking them to be quiet so that I can, talk the cop into the circle so he walks himself into a wall.
Yes, Tony, I've noticed.
If things don't change if I don't get what I want, well, then that's fine. We'll do it the hard way. We'll do it on Monday. That's fine with me. My team wants to destroy the guy anyway. They don't like him. And so that's fine. We'll do it your way, dude. We'll do it your way. But I'm a very jovial, happy, kind of gregarious person. I can go into a room, whether it be all religious people or hardcore liberals or on the hard right or centrists or people who are pro-choice or pro-life, or I can go into any room of people and have a conversation and actually really enjoy myself with those people. I've always had this gift. And so now saying that, what I'm trying to get to is a lot of times when you put someone in a room with people who they just can't stand, they can't be who they are because they're so disgusted by the people in the room. That's not really me. I can get along with any group of people. I don't care who you are. I can get along with people who are living on the street. I can get along with a group of cops. I can get along with a group of nannies. I can get along with anybody. So when you go out of your way to say disparaging things about me and try to make fun of me, and then I can actually get you hammered, dude, I don't care. I don't care about you or your life one single bit. I'm going to destroy you, dude.
I don't care about your life one single bit. I'm going to destroy you.
Destroy
Fucking
you.
guy.
And that's just the way I am. I know I love life. I love people, but I will destroy you if you
That's it.
And I'll do it.
I love life and I love people, but I will roar you.
Will force them to take a look at some of these things because I don't even think they've looked at it. I don't think YouTube does anything until they assert litigation. I don't think they actually. I mean, you can file a report on people. You can file a complaint.
Yep.
I don't think YouTube looks
public.
At it
Everything's putting out is public.
That's go get it, people. Good to see you. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. I'm very, very blessed. I appreciate you. Chevy. Listen.
It's because he doesn't really believe in free speech or the First Amendment or transparency. He can't handle people making fun of him.
And I'm going to call my friend, and we're going to say we're not going to exclude you from the information. We're going to put you in the subpoena for the information, and then I'm going to report that. I'm going to report that you were subpoenaed for this information and that you could have tampered with witnesses or destroyed evidence. Let's see how that goes for you. I told you guys, man, I got him. I got you, dude. I've got you. You don't even see all the screenshots. I've got you. You understand that? You will suffer from what I'm going to expose.
You will suffer my wrath.
You're in big trouble.
You are
absolutely.
You're in big trouble, mister.
It's going to affect your whole life for years and years to come. It's not a heartache. Listen, what a heartache is, is what I've had to deal with for the past several months. That's what a heartache is. Now that we're finally coming to this side, it's not so much of a heartache for me. What it is it's going to be payback for me. That's what it's going to be. So that's what I'm looking
I would love to see that, right? I don't think that Irish Demon did. And even if Irish Demon did ask to see the records, I can call up anybody I want and ask to see the records, right? I can say, hey, police station, let me see the records on this person. Okay. Now, Freedom of Information Act says that I go through the proper channels to give them to me. But if I go to a doctor and say, hey, doctor, I'm so-and-so working with this, that, and the other, I need these records, and the doctor releases that information, that's not on me. That's on the doctor for releasing that information. I mean, you can probably come after me for something, but I don't think this guy's a fucking idiot.
looking forward to is that I can't wait to actually hear from what happens when I burn this guy to the ground. I can't wait.
We all should be, but we're not.
You know what I mean? Because the guy's a piece of shit. Total piece of shit. And so I'm going to burn the ground. Once you make me mad, I'm sorry. I'll tell you guys on Monday because on Monday I'll reveal. I can't reveal everything just yet, evidence, and I can't reveal evidence, or I could get in trouble. So I have to be very careful because this person could tampering with witnesses or destroying evidence. Once this person tampers with the witnesses or destroys the evidence, it really be in trouble. Like not only in trouble with his organization, but in trouble with the law because we know what's been said. So if anything disappears or anybody changes their tune or there's collusion, this person in particular would lose everything, and I will gladly facilitate that happily. I'll be happy to do it. I'll be happy to watch it happen. So, but you're not gonna work with me? Okay. Don't work with me. Okay. My team didn't want me to even reach out. My team said, no, just burn him. And I said, no, I'm going to give the guy a chance to come to the table. You don't want to come to the table, bro? Okay, fine. All right, let's do it your way then. Let's do it your way. But I think that guy could go to jail. So, and I got to hold back. So anyway, Glory, God bless you. I'm sorry about your family member.
Right.
I lost my buddy September.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's exactly why he was tossed from Airbnb because he was violating the terms of his lease. As an Airbnb owner, not myself personally, but Airbnb owners have the right to set certain certain rules and guidelines, like no dogs or no filming for like no film productions or no parties or no drugs or whatever. They have the rights to set those expectations, and if you sign the lease, then you agree to those rules that they put down. Now, if you violate those rules and they find out, doesn't matter how they find out about it. Doesn't matter if You tell them or somebody else tells them. If they find out about that, then they can say, look, get out. We don't want you here. So
September 16th, September 17th. I don't know. I think he died on September 16th, but I've been dealing with that myself for a really long time, and it's really painful. So it hurts. It definitely hurts. You know, but you guys gotta understand, life's a long time, and we're fragile people. We're sensitive people. Our skin, our lives, our bones, our emotions, everything that we have is sensitive, and that's why we have nerves and emotions, and that's why we have hormones, and I have high blood pressure and things like that. So you know, we have to try to find a kinder, gentler side. And if people are going to be
you have high blood pressure because of cocaine, allegedly.
Cruel and mean to you, you know, sometimes you have to be tough and you got to be cruel and mean back. It's not something you want to do, but it is something you may have to do, you know, because of the way the world is. You can't allow people to...
Mo man, I believe you are correct.
You have to stand up for yourself. You got to speak up for yourself and stand up for yourself.
All right, let's skip ahead here because this guy's just talking in circles about who cares.
And I also was the #1 archer in my camp. I could shoot the bow and arrow. So I'm just telling you the depths of my Catholicism growing up. And it was
right, because Catholicism is about archery.
Bible camp is some of the best memories I've ever had in my life as a child, because there was, you know, I hear all the horror stories about the Catholic Church, but I didn't have any of those. I didn't have a bad priest who I was an altar boy for, Father Strauss. He was an amazing man. He was a very good man.
He was very gentle.
He was a God-loving man, and he was not bad to me at all. You know, you hear the stories of molestation and stuff like that in the Catholic Church. None of those things happened that I know of in my church. Father Strauss was amazing. And then I believe his name was, I think he was a monk. Was his name out there in St. Teresa's Bible camp? I think it was.
I can't do it anymore. This guy just makes me want to bash my head against the wall. Chili is all messed up. No, this is recorded. Yeah, I'm sure. Let's see here. I got some people sending me some stuff. What do we got going on here? Oh man.
Big, or if they want to make concessions for their life.
I'll check this out. I'm getting some emails that are kind of funny. Prissy Texas Tomboy sent me some stuff. Let's see here. No worries. I'll check that out here in a bit. Anyway, look, I've had a lot of fun. You guys are awesome. Lots of fun today. Just looking at this fucking train wreck. I don't understand. Well, I do understand. It's all about the grift, right? That's what he wants. He has to make himself out to be this huge personality, this huge guy, right? That's why he's always connected to somebody like Pablo Escobar, and his great whatever is some person who we can't tell you about because whatever, and nobody gives a shit, right? He's a typical fucking just bullshitter who everything has to be bigger than life itself. He has to be bigger than life itself in order for you to think that he's important. Because at the end of the day, he's got nothing. He's done. He really has nothing to do. He's nothing to say. He has nothing to contribute. All of the bullshit that he does is just that. It is bullshit. He's not doing any real activism. He's not doing any real work to get anything changed. Activists don't sit there and just do YouTube. I'm not saying activists don't get onto YouTube and use that as a method to boost their agenda and their platform or whatnot. But that's not all they do, right? What has he done? Chili, what have you done? What have you done? What case law have you brought forth? What change have you evoked? None. You haven't evoked any. You haven't changed anything. Nothing. Zero. Zilch. So, yeah. Fred Edge says he's a poser. That is 100% correct. He is a poser. At the end of the day, that's all you have. You're just posing for the camera, for the crowd. You make yourself feel big and bad and whatnot, and that's fine. If that's what you want to do, then that's what you want to do. But don't think that we're not going to sit here and poke fun at you when you do stupid shit like this. Flat Derber's in the house. Make sure you go check out Flat Derber's videos. The guy cracks me up. He's one of the funniest guys on YouTube. He deserves a much bigger following than a lot of us, actually, because he's funny. His stuff is just funny. I've been following Flat Derb. The reason why he's called Flat Derb is because he was a flat Earth commenter. Well, not really a commenter. He made fun of flat Earthers. And one of these days, Flat Derb, somebody talked about you and I doing a collaboration. I think we should do the Nathan Thompson v. Chili collaboration where we point out all of the similarities. I swear this is the same person. Flat Derb, he would have to have shit to lose other than the Nutella that he licks off his fingers or the dog shit. But yeah, my goodness. Steve 6464, absolutely. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you guys. All right, I'm sure that some other folks are going to be covering the rest of this tool bags video. I just can't do it anymore. I'm sorry. I would stay here all night with you guys, but there's just something about this fool I just can't do anymore. Delete laws, I believe, on Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind. I believe he's still covering this video with Chili. So go head on over there, check him out, see what he's got to offer. And if you like, hang out and see what's going down. Maybe have some fun. Keep this live stream for everybody keeps threatening as their own. Yeah, it really is that kind of is kind of extortion a little bit, but I will go to bed here in a little bit, Beth, but I've got some more work I have to get done. That being said, it is. I will do it. Anyway, thank you all so much. I appreciate everybody who sent in super chats, all the people who have supported the Insomniac films. We have 3 days left, 2.5 really, but 3 days left to get in on a raffle ticket. Follow the link that's in the description box of this video or at the top of this side chat, pinned to the top of the side chat. You guys are awesome. Thank you for everybody hanging out, interacting, doing all the fun things, keeping me entertained while I keep you entertained. Hope to see you soon. I do have new content coming out, but it's been stuck in YouTube fucking holding pattern. They're not going to release the monetization, which is fine. I didn't really expect it to be, I really didn't expect it to be let go, but the content claim, that's what's holding us up now. They've got, I think, 6 days, so we'll see what happens. But I'll still put out some other stuff. I'm constantly working on something. That being said, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. We will see you on the flip side.